We're here at the Osaka Dome in Japan, and a huge crowd is expected for Pride Fighting Championship's much-anticipated first round of its middleweight tournament. Welcome to Total Elimination 2005. Alongside El Guapo Boss Rudin, I'm Mauro Ranallo. Tonight, 16 of the top fighters on the planet begin their quest to be the best in Pride's ultra-competitive middleweight division. And Boss, when you take a look at the lineup, the favorite going in has to be the defending Pride World Middleweight and 2003 tournament champion, Wanderlei Silva. Now, having said that, this tourney features the deepest talent pool in MMA history. And as you can see, my partner here having a little trouble controlling his excitement. Boss, give us your thoughts on what should be a memorable event.
Oh, Mauro, I'm so happy to be here. And you mentioned Wanderlei Silva. Well, now, Wanderlei Silva, in order to pull this one off, he has to be in even a better shape because the amount of fighters, the level is out of control. Just to be a part of this tournament already makes you number one. Now, we can talk about it, we can analyze, we can do anything we want, but let's take a look at the fighters who are going to fight tonight.
The fighters and matchups scheduled for Pride's 2005 middleweight tournament opening round are Wanderlei Silva. Silva, also known as the Axe Murderer, is Pride's current middleweight champion and was also the champion of Pride's 2003 middleweight tournament. Incredibly, this Brazilian fighter hasn't lost a middleweight fight in almost 5 years. Silva's specialty is Muay Thai kickboxing, and this aggressive fighter has devastating knockout power.
Bring on Silva is that he has a David Silva October 31st, and Silva now has Kondo on the run, and he knocks him down. There's a stop, another stop, and he is finished!
Wanderlei Silva will be facing Hidehiko Yoshida. Yoshida is fast becoming one of the biggest MMA stars in Japan. This former Olympic judo gold medalist is still fairly new to the sport of MMA fighting, but is definitely earning respect.
Well, what he would do, he just comes in and you can take him down. There he is, taking him down. Oh, there's a good high roundhouse left.
Yes.
And there's a knee to the left knee. And now they are exchanging blows. Both fighters getting some in, a big right hook. This is how I expected him to come out in the first round, Bob. Both good knees. And a good right by Yoshida.
Nice.
And another one as the blows exchange.
Dan Henderson. This American fighter has set his sights on Pride's middleweight tournament belt. Also known as Hollywood Henderson, he trains with the legendary Team Quest and is not just an accomplished wrestler, but also possesses some brutal punching power.
We're going to take it down.
There's that right hand again. There it is. It doesn't look good here. This does not look good for him, yo. But Shungo was the one that moved, and Dan dropped the bomb, and Dan jumped right on him. Really getting right hand. And a takedown. The fight is almost over, boss. It's almost over. There it is. It's over.
Henderson is going to have his hands full with Antonio Rogerio Nogueira. The twin brother of one of Pride's best heavyweight fighters, now Nogueira is looking to do the same as his brother, but in Pride's middleweight division, as he too is all about the ground game. This Brazilian jiu-jitsu expert not only wants to win the 2005 tournament, but also has his last name to defend.
Look at this. That looks good to me so far. Oh, he's got it. Got it. Whoa, what a nice move by Nogueira. He gets him with the arm. Oh.
Alistair Overeem. The Demolition Man from Holland may be young, but he has his 6'5", 200-pound frame to back him up. Not only is Overeem schooled in kickboxing, but also possesses some devastating knockout power.
But one thing I can tell you 100% no. That was good hit. That was the right knee to the solar plexus. It was the right knee to the solar plexus. Finish it down.
And
hit the body.
Batman is in trouble. Batman.
He's there.
Alistair will be defending the Pride name against Vitor Belfort. This Brazilian returns to Pride Fighting Championships, but now representing the UFC. Skilled in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, this UFC fighter will have his hands full when he steps back into the Pride ring.
He's got it. Oh, my. There's no way to get out. That's a quick show by Vitor Belfort.
Igor Vovchanchyn. This fighter from the Ukraine has an impressive 44 wins and only 7 losses in his long fighting career. Now previously a heavyweight, Igor is now looking to take control of the middleweight division by winning Pride's 2005 middleweight tournament.
The Croatian sensation, who, by the way, is nice. That's it. That one right hand turns out the lights.
Igor will be looking to pound his way through Yuki Kondo. Don't let the small size of Kondo fool you. This Japanese fighter has over 63 fights under his belt and has developed a fighting style that is respected by all, especially his opponents.
Just keep scanning. Look. And that's over.
Quinton Rampage Jackson. This tough American fighter from the South possesses a devastating fight style and is hungry for the Pride belt. And be sure, Rampage Jackson will have a few tricks up his sleeve.
No, it's dangerous. He's got to get out.
Dan, I told you, he picked him up and slammed him to the ground.
He's out. He knocked him out. Unbelievable.
Back in February at Pride's Fists of Fire event, Quinton received a challenge.
I'll fight Shogun. I didn't want to fight you at first, but it's my job to fight. So I get paid to fight. I fight anybody for the right money with enough time to train.
So Rampage will now face Mauricio Shogun Hua. This 23-year-old Brazilian is considered one of the top young guns in the sport of fighting. Shogun is well on his way to becoming the top middleweight fighter in the world, and he's looking forward to stomping out his opponents.
We anticipated, boss.
Yep, and there's the first.
Stop, find it, Spark. This guy means business, ladies and gentlemen. And look at him, another stop. How much more is the referee going to allow?
Kazushi Sakuraba. Sakuraba is known as the Gracie Hunter because of his phenomenal victories over the legendary Gracie fighter family. Now be sure, this Japanese fighter and his unorthodox fighting style will be a force in this year's middleweight tournament.
Trouble.
He's got it.
He's got it. He got it. Wow. He got it.
Now, Sakuraba will be facing Yoon Dong-Sik. The only Korean fighter in the middleweight tournament will bring his judo skills to the Pride ring and look to move on to the second round. Kevin Randleman. This American fighter, affectionately known as the Monster, will bring not only his superior wrestling skills, but heavy hands. Kevin Randleman is one of the toughest fighters to ever enter the Pride ring.
Randleman, the shot back up to his feet. Excellent. And by Randleman has Kondo on his back. It's over. Unbelievable. Randleman has knocked out Kondo.
Kevin will be facing Kazuhiro Nakamura. This young Japanese fighter is climbing the ranks of Pride, trying to prove that he is the future of the fight game. Nakamura has a long road ahead, but hopes that come the end of the tournament, he will have proven his doubters wrong.
A member of Golden Glory.
The arm in there. Gets out of this one. The arm's out.
Now fully extended. And will he be forced to tap? He does. Kazuhiro Nakamura. Tremendous armbar submission victory.
Dean Lister. This American fighter is a master in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Lister earned his spot in Pride's middleweight tournament in Bushido 6.
Oh, Lister caught one up, and there's the triangle. It's coming. It's not.
Yeah, you heard you, boss. He's trying.
He's tapping. It's
over.
Lister will be facing Ricardo Arona, a member of Brazilian top team, and this aggressive fighter not only has amazing strength, but he too is schooled in the art of jiu-jitsu. Lister better not blink, because somebody is sure to be choked out.
Now Jeff comes at him, but there's a nice takedown by Arona.
right away.
Instantly to the...
And
there's
choke.
a rear naked choke.
Could be on
Looks like it's about to tap, and he does. Ricardo Arona looks very impressive.
Tonight, you'll witness 16 of the world's best middleweight fighters in Pride Fighting Championships Total Elimination 2005, the opening round of this year's middleweight tournament. One of these fighters will be crowned Pride's middleweight tournament champion and have the title of best middleweight fighter in the world.
These fighters represent the very best the world has to offer. And here they come, the parade of fighters who will be participating in the 2005 Pride Fighting Championships middleweight tournament. The fans wait in anticipation, and the electricity is beyond description here in the Osaka Dome.
Wow, Mauro, look at this, and I say it many times, the picture says it all. And we're here right at ringside. We are some lucky guys.
And the fireworks definitely indicate what is in store tonight. They're calling it the biggest middleweight tournament in mixed martial arts history. Are we on the cusp of history, boss? Something tells me that we are.
Oh, yes, we are. The tension in the air, everything. It's unbelievable.
The former UFC heavyweight champion Kevin Randleman has been an enigma in Pride, but the always supremely confident monster promises his fight won't go past the 5-minute mark. Kazuhiro Nakamura hopes this tournament will put him on the MMA map, just like the 2003 event did for his mentor, Hidehiko Yoshida. The Machine Lister promises some surprises for his Abu Dhabi super fight opponent, Ricardo Arona. Arona was injured and did not participate in the 2003 tournament. The Brazilian Tiger has full intentions of making up for missed opportunity. Former heavyweight powerhouse Igor Vovchanchyn still packs a lethal punch at 205 pounds. Yuki Kondo isn't afraid to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and he'll try to exploit his home field advantage against the Ukraine freight train. The tallest warrior in this tournament is 6'5" striker Alistair Overeem. He predicts he'll knock out Vitor Belfort in the first round. The Phenom returns to Pride as the Ultimate Fighting Championships representative in this stacked tourney. Dan Henderson went the distance in a hard-fought loss against Pride World Middleweight Champion Wanderlei Silva at Pride 12. Antonio Rogerio Nogueira is undefeated in Pride, and like his twin brother Rodrigo, is a submission magician.
Look at the girls, it's crazy.
The debuting Yoon Dong-Sik is a judo legend in his native South Korea. A raucous reception greets his opponent, Kazushi Sakuraba. Will this tournament be the final chapter in his legendary career? The youngest fighter in the tournament, 23-year-old Mauricio Shogun of Brazil, has reeled off 4 straight knockout victories in Pride Fighting Championships. Quinton Rampage Jackson made it to the final of the 2003 tournament. He feels changes he's made in his personal life make him an even better fighter this time around. There he is, the defending Pride World Middleweight and 2003 tournament champion Wanderlei Silva. The bullseye is firmly on his chest. Hidehiko Yoshida, who has battled injuries throughout his MMA career, says he's healthy and ready to exact revenge against the Axe Murderer.
Wow, Mauro, I'm looking around here and the people are standing, screaming. Everybody's off their feet. It's unbelievable.
69 of the greatest warriors are doing battle at Total Elimination 2005. What do you think about Nakamura?
Don't give a fuck about his ass. I hear rumors that he actually asked for me. I don't know who fucking made that bullshit up. There's no way in the world that Nakamura, Yoshida, Wanderlei, Quinton, nobody asks for me. Nobody asks to fight me. So whoever the kid is, if he asks for me, you're gonna get fucking exactly what you asked for. Me. In 5 minutes, this fight ain't going more than 5. There's no way. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it was Wanderlei, Quinton, me, whoever fights me, 5 minutes. If you're not running, you're standing in front of me, there ain't no way in the world. There's no way in the world that it can go more than 5 minutes. Because I'm throwing punches. And whoever stands in front of me is going to throw punches too, so one of us is getting knocked out. The fuck out. Not just knocked out. I'm going to win this tournament.
Kevin the Monster Randleman is 33, 5'11", 205 pounds, 4-5 in Pride. Kazuhiro Nakamura is 26, 5'10", 205 pounds with a 5-3 record in Pride Fighting Championships. Boss, right away, we noticed that Kevin Randleman, the two-time NCAA wrestling champion, is sporting his wrestling boots. Presents both an advantage and a disadvantage.
Absolutely right. Now, the advantage would be, of course, that when Nakamura ends up in his guard, he's got a real strong guard. It won't slip off even if he gets sweaty. The disadvantage is Nakamura knows a lot of leg locks. And, you know, it's not a sweaty foot with slipping out. You got a nice little grip there. So he has to really watch out for leg locks.
Randleman, the wrestler representing Hammerhouse. Nakamura, the judoka, representing Yoshida Dojo. And the tournament is underway.
Whoa, right away he opens with a right low kick, which is strange because normally Randleman could take a shot on that low kick.
And usually it is Randleman that presses the fight early on, but as you've just said, boss, it's Nakamura that's pressing the action at the sound of the bell.
Boom. And another one. Not a setup, just a single right low kick. It's a dangerous thing to do against a wrestler of the caliber like Kevin Randleman.
There is the wrestler Randleman, the Ohio State Hall of Fame wrestler Randleman with a nice double leg takedown on Nakamura into half guard.
And as you can see what Randleman is doing, he's cross-facing him right away because, as people know, I wants to create distance so he can strike ground and pound because that's what Hammerhouse is all about.
And like the wrestler, wants to back him up into that corner and go to work on the 26-year-old Nakamura coming off a great victory over Stefan Leko at Pride 29 Fists of Fire.
Yeah, he has to watch out that he doesn't push him all the way in the corner because otherwise they're going to get restarted in the center of the ring.
Reminiscent of what we saw Minowa do to Hyan Gracie in their Bushido battle. And now you see Nakamura trying to aggressively get back up to his face and successful in doing so against Randleman, who want to try the body lock here, boss.
Now it's going to be interesting because Nakamura is very good with his upper body throws. But he's standing against the ring, and that is, of course, a big problem. First of all, he needs to reverse this situation. But hey, it's Kevin Randleman. It's going to be difficult.
Nice knee up the middle by Randleman.
Oh, yes.
Finally, the referee will call for the break after the stalemate in the corner. Nakamura quoted as saying he is going to knock out Kevin Randleman.
Well, I got to see it. Kevin is fast on his feet. Fast lightning hands. Nice takedown defense there by Nakamura.
Randleman has the underhooks on Nakamura, but you see the very tenacious Nakamura looking for the advantage. A nice body shot delivered by Randleman.
You see what Nakamura is also doing? He's watching out for the knee, the left knee of Randleman. Not now, but at the moment when they create distance, you see him, his right arm, he's holding already the leg.
And it looked like there momentarily he was trying to explode away from Randleman and give him that judo throw, that hip toss, but Randleman doing a good job of keeping in tight on Nakamura and delivering the knees, boss.
Yeah, and those were two nice knees from both of them.
Are you surprised at all by the strategy employed by Kevin Randleman? He's quoted as saying the fight wouldn't go 5 minutes. Very aggressive in his style, always likes to dictate the pace. So far, it's still a little bit of a feeling out process, don't you think?
Yeah, but you know, Kevin told us that he's on his feet very comfortable now. And I think that he just wants to try out and see if he can knock him out. Nice defense there from Randleman. You see what he does? He's holding his hands underneath so they cannot take off. So there is no power in them. It's the best way to block a knee.
But again, is this behoove Randleman to be in this mindset? This calm, cool, and collected Kevin Randleman, because Kazuhiro Nakamura from the Yoshida dojo is looking to pick apart Randleman. There's a flying knee, but nice! Caught in midair by Randleman, and what a double leg takedown!
That was beautiful. You see the reflexes of Randleman. I mean, he flies up in the air while he's in midair. He takes him down. Let's see if Kevin goes again for that crossface.
This is where Kevin Randleman really is at his best, coming from Hammer House, being the very proficient wrestler that he is. I'm pretty sure with his power, and really I think he does have the strength advantage on Nakamura, he should be able to dictate the matchup in this position, boss.
Yes, I think so too. If conditioning is going to be a factor, that's a different story. But right now, if he's in a good shape and it looks good, then it's very difficult to get him off of you.
And of course, that chess match has begun. It's an MMA cliche, but it rings true, boss, that Nakamura underneath, trying to sweep, trying to reverse position, but there you see Randleman just with the wide base and keeping Nakamura at bay. And now the referee, as they near the ropes, will restart them, I believe, in the same position in the center of the ring.
Yeah, did you see, Kevin? He was holding his hand a little longer on the mouth.
And that's always something I'm pretty sure that you were a big proponent of in your career as well, boss. You want to restrict the airflow. Just one of those things to irritate your opponent.
Yeah, hey, it's what they say in the Karate Kid. Breathe, breathe. That's what Mr. Miyagi said. Very important. And there we go again, the crossface, you see.
What's it going to take for someone like Randleman from this position now in the half guard, off to the side? How does he pass this guard right now, boss? What would you recommend him doing in this position?
He's got to push the knee off. He doesn't even need to do it because it's an open half guard now. He just got to step out, go to the north-south position, and do what he does best.
Nakamura trying to scramble underneath.
Yep, looking for the armbar. Chicken wing. Reversed figure four, as I always call it. Not always, because first I call it a chicken wing, right?
Is this a case, boss, too, with Randleman, knowing what happened in the heavyweight tournament? He shocked the world, knocking out Mirko Krokop in the opening round before being eliminated by Emelianenko. At the age now of 33, maybe not the crossroads of his career, but knowing that he, at 4-5 in Pride, his record is not the greatest, even though he's taken on some of the biggest names in the sport. Are we seeing this cautious Kevin Randleman because he really wants to make sure that he doesn't make those mental mistakes and does advance in this tournament?
Yeah, he's playing a smart game. It's a totally different Kevin Randleman as we know him, which is good.
And it's very much opposite of what we saw in his interview, but a nice forearm there. So maybe he was playing some psychological games with us as well, boss, leading us to believe that he would be the normally aggressive Randleman, but coming out with this very different game plan.
Yeah, but you know, he doesn't have to do anything to us. It's Nakamura he's going to fight. So, you know, this is a very strange situation. I'm sure. Oh, nope. Nakamura is standing up again. He uses that is 2 times in a row.
And even though they're at 205 pounds, as you see Mark Coleman in the Randleman corner, yelling out instructions.
There we go.
That's the judo throw, and Nakamura now finally on top, boss, in the open half guard.
Okay, now it's going to be interesting to see what Kevin learned with the submissions because he told us, look at this, he's got the blood choke on, he's got one fist, he's got to close off one artery, and with his biceps, nope. but he was going for it. It's like a side choke, only you do it with your biceps and a fist.
Randleman talked about evolution in Hammer House. He's been training in submissions in Las Vegas with Mark Lehman. He now says he has more skill in submissions, and especially submission defense. And actually, he was very honest, boss. Take a look at the replay here.
Whoa, nice takedown. Beautiful hip throw.
I was just going to finish that thought, boss, by saying that Randleman says, hey, there is evolution in Hammer House. It may have just taken us a little longer. Very candid comments, but they are working on their submissions as well.
Yep, but we got to see now if it's going to work or not. There's a crossface from Nakamura.
Nakamura in cross-side position, now returning the favor to Randleman there as he muffles and smothers his mouth.
Ooh, nice knees there to the body. I like very much knees to the body and to the legs. You don't see a lot of people doing it.
And that's one of the options you get from cross-side position that you don't, of course, have on the top mount.
Yep, absolutely. It's nice for setups. You give knees. If Kevin forgets one arm or something, he leaves and makes one little mistake, I'm telling you, Nakamura right away will go to a submission. There we go to the mount. Ooh, no,
into the open
almost.
half guard, but real good recovery there by Randleman. Good job, boss, because that's exactly what Nakamura was attempting to do.
Yep, and Kevin, he did studied very good defense because once Nakamura tried to step over, Kevin stuck his leg up, so he stopped him.
Nakamura's been training in Brazil with one of the sport's better strikers, Pedro the Rock Rizzo, for the stand-up and in grappling with Andre Pedreras, and now we see him in the mount position here, boss. Just raining down those lefts and rights.
Yep, this is not good for Kevin right now. He needs to get out of this situation. See, now he's
doing
hold
the
him tight.
thing.
Yep, this is what he needs to do. Hold him tight and try to do something, but
explode the hips to the left or right. Nope, Nakamura doing a good job of posting his left arm and now his right. So Nakamura very cognizant of where he is in the mount, boss. He can't really roll him from here, can he, with the posting of the hands like that?
No. This is very difficult. And there the crossface comes. That means he wants to break the grip of Kevin Randleman. There's 1 minute left. Oh, look, armbar coming up. I don't know. No, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. But Kevin needs to stay in this position. He cannot roll on his back now. If he rolls on his back, it's going to be over.
And that's nice escape there by Randleman.
Wow.
And now Mark Holman screams out that now you have to win the round. Of course, here in Pride, the whole fight is adjudicated. There's not a round per round system, but I understand what Mark Holman is saying, that maybe he sees something that has not been to the benefit of Kevin Randleman, although it's been a very close contest thus far, boss.
This fight is very good. Exactly like we said in the opening, it's going to be a tremendous show. And right from the bat, look at this fight. Beautiful.
Being the superior strength here, shouldn't it be easier for Randleman right now with his leg strength? Okay, the round comes to an end, but with that half guard, boss, and we talk about this all the time, how fighters do not elect to attack the legs, where even in your big books of combat, you talk about the great escape opportunities those present.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? It's always different, and people at home, I tell them, it's a whole different ball game once you're inside that ring, you know. You got all the stress and the emotions coming with it, and then suddenly an easy thing becomes very difficult. And there we have the replay. Look at that knee, and right away he catches him in midair. Kapow! And there you saw it, beautiful, cross-faced him, and then he came with that right hand. You see what Kevin constantly is doing, he's cross-facing him, or he lays even his shoulder. Now that hip throw was phenomenal. Or he pushes his shoulder on his head, and then once you control somebody's head, you pretty much control his whole body. High mount here by Nakamura. Kevin Hushet underhooked there, that leg, with his right arm and tried to escape the back door.
Did Nakamura show you anything in that opening round, boss, that we haven't seen yet up to this point in his embryonic career?
No. The flying knee. We didn't see a flying knee yet from him. So that will be the first time. The armbar we saw. But Kevin, look at Kevin. He pulled it out right away. And look at the move he's making now. You see Nakamura grabbing his leg because he knows that will be his escape, you see?
And what did you think of the monster's performance throughout that first 10 minutes?
He did very well. He told us he worked a lot of submissions, like I said before, and it shows.
It's still anybody's fight, of course, and this is what we talk about when we talk about bringing together 16 of the top middleweight fighters in the world. They know what's at stake, a war of attrition in the opening round. 2 5-minute rounds remain. Kevin Randleman and Kazuhiro Nakamura.
Both look very fresh, so expect a lot of action in round number 2. And we're up.
And similar to the opening round, Nakamura begins to stalk Randleman. Goes off, met with a right hand by Randleman.
And that was a hard right hand. It looked even that he dazed Nakamura there for a second. The left knee would be really good to do now for Kevin Randleman.
Nakamura doing a good job, though, in that Greco-Roman clinch now, too, with the over-underhooks here, boss. Now Randleman wants to create that distance out of the corner.
Yep, but he has to watch out for that right knee from Nakamura, because
there it is.
If you receive a knee at the moment you breathe in, I'm telling you, you will go down, my friend.
A third stalemate in the corner. And they're back in the center of the ring. Nakamura not afraid of the stand-up game whatsoever. We've seen some deceptive strength in his right hand. Misses that right kick. And now Randleman, the takedown specialist that he is, boss, finds himself in the half guard of Nakamura.
Now let's see what he can do. It looks like Kevin is preserving his energy. He's playing a very smart game.
He's been very conservative, that's for sure, throughout the first round and the opening moments here of round number 2. But again, that may behoove him throughout this fight.
He's got to pull this leg out. Very important. Go to the side mount. And, you know, when he walked to the ring, I told you the north-south position would be the best.
But then again, boss, there is the criteria. The first thing is effort to finish the fight by knockout or submission. Have we really seen any of that from Kevin Randleman so far? Not really. He could be a little more aggressive, I would say, at this stage.
Yes, I believe so too. But you know what? Maybe he's saving everything for round number 3.
Well, I think his corner believes so as well. Mark Coleman saying, come on, Kev, let's open up. He appears frustrated right now in the corner.
He's got a full mount there. Nakamura tries to turn. Look at this here.
Nice
escape. Whoa, Kevin going through his back. This is not good.
Knee on belly position.
It looks like Kevin is tired almost, because he fell right away on his back. He didn't get up.
Will Nakamura be able to capitalize? Beautiful knee to the head. It looks like Randleman is out, boss.
Yes.
Randleman is out, boss.
This could be the end of the fight.
A series of uninterrupted blows by Nakamura. How much more is the referee going to allow? It appeared there momentarily that Randleman was out.
You know what? And you see Nakamura is gunning for that arm also. He's giving the punches. He's going to set up an arm.
I would attack the head. Forget the arm. He's got him. There's no defense whatsoever.
I know, but look, there's the armbar. Figure 4.
Now the Americana by Nakamura.
He's got to push the hand of Kevin to Kevin's hip.
Nice escape by Randleman. Rising from the ashes like a phoenix, boss. And this is why these two are involved in this tournament. What a wild affair thus far. We thought Randleman was finished, and look what happened.
Yep. That's the sport, mixed martial arts. You make one little mistake, boom, and everything is reversed again.
That's why these athletes are the premier athletes in the world. Kevin Randleman, NCAA two-time champion. Kazuhiro Nakamura, an All-Japan 100 kilo division judo champion, showcasing their skills here at Total Elimination 2005.
Now we see Nakamura with a half butterfly guard. Let's see if he's going to try to use that to turn Kevin to the left. No, it doesn't look like that, because he's going to go back to the half guard.
And you can see the Nakamura turning to the right almost, trying to thwart any pass attempt by Randleman.
Both of them now show signs of fatigue.
The newest signing for Pride Fighting Championships, and a man who will be joining us later on for guest commentary, the New York badass Phil Baroni, shouting out instructions to Randleman. Dig deep, Kevin. Let's go. Dig deep.
Yep, 1 minute to go. He needs to go full power. He has to pull that leg out.
There's that for sure, boss. And I mean, really, we're getting kind of the guest commentary as we pick up the comments of Mark Coleman. He really does have to work on improving his position. Now, is fatigue really becoming a factor here for Randleman?
Yes, to me it looks like, because the way he fell back on his back a little bit before showed me that, yeah, he got a little tired. He didn't get back on his feet.
I hate to say it, but he's in danger right now doing some laying and praying, as it looks like that Nakamura is trying to scramble underneath. Not a lot of oomph to those body shots by Randleman. And Nakamura's doing the right thing here, right, boss? Not allowing him to create that distance, putting his left arm over behind the head of Randleman.
Yeah. He's playing a real smart game, but hey, Kevin is playing a smart game too. But now round 3 is coming up, and like I said before, is he good? Did he save all his energy for round number 3?
In the eyes of the judges, is he playing a smart game, boss?
That is a very smart comment you make there. Hey, but listen, if you can finish the fight in round number 3, then okay.
For sure.
And here we got the replay. Right high kick. He just ducks underneath it and right away into the half guard. You see, Nakamura won't let him get the mount. Now, this is beautiful. He trapped his arm. Yeah, I don't need to say anything. A picture says 1,000 words here. But you see what Nakamura does every time he's gunning for that arm, distracting with the punches to the head. You see, now here he should have pushed that hand down. Then Kevin could have never made that escape. All the way to the hip, that's where you have to put that hand, the right hand of Kevin, because then they can't turn. Wow, view. And nice there, sprawl out. Here we get the catching the arm again.
That escape by Randleman was absolutely beautiful. And here, boss, he looks like he's out here, doesn't he? With those series of shots, it looks like his eyes are rolling. I mean, I couldn't believe that the referee didn't stop the fight right there.
Yeah, but you know what he did? Nakamura didn't really have any distance for power.
All right, we see in the middle there Tadahiro Nomura in judo, a 3-time gold medalist, and beside him with the sideburns there is Koshi Inoue, a gold medalist in the 2000 Sydney Olympics in judo, and they are watching with vested interest as their fellow judoka Kazuhiro Nakamura, embarking on this, the 3rd and final round, tries to advance in Pride's middleweight tournament.
And you know what? Nakamura seems to be in a better shape right now than Kevin Randleman.
Now, Kevin has always said, I mean, he won the UFC title here in Japan at UFC 23, weighing 208 pounds when he beat Pete Williams. He's never been a big heavyweight, but do you think that cutting weight down to 205 is costing him right now?
Hey, to me it looks like it.
Nice right hand by Nakamura.
You see he's a little slow on the reaction. Yeah, this is not good. Now, he's going to go for that hip throw again if he gets himself out of that corner. So you have to watch out that he keeps him in the corner. Kevin needs to keep Nakamura in that corner.
Okay, we've seen Randleman do this ad nauseum throughout this fight, boss. Take him to the corner, not really do much out of it. What is he trying to do when he takes Nakamura into the corner like that?
I don't know. He's probably drop and go for a single or a double leg, you know. And if he can get your back by any means, I mean, that's going to be like against Vitor.
And well, he hasn't reaped any fruit yet doing that maneuver, because they're brought back to the center of the ring. And Nakamura really does look like the fresher of the two fighters, boss.
Yes, you're absolutely right. But can he step it up, and can he use it against Kevin Randleman right now?
It seems like he's frustrating Randleman, as now he turns the tables and bulls Randleman into the corner.
Oh, nice inside leg pick there by Nakamura. Handing up in Kevin Randleman's guard, but you see Nakamura knows how to escape right away, and you know what? It wasn't closed. And he pulls his left leg out.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to pass the guard there, and it seems like it's there for the taking, but now Randleman doing a good job of trying to trap that leg, but it's
still open.
It's still open. But really, boss, both fighters, I mean, it's been a good contest, but we're not really seeing a lot of effort other than the Americana attempt by Nakamura to finish this fight by KO or submission.
Yeah, you know, I personally believe that Nakamura right now, look at this, the way he stepped over to the mount. I think personally He's ahead on points. He's doing good. He did more. He went for a submission. The punches that he rained down on Kevin, he trapped the arm. He had to take down one time, although Kevin, of course, had a takedown too.
In his corner, of course, is Hidehiko Yoshida, who will be fighting Wanderlei Silva in a rematch in our main event for Total Elimination 2005. Also, Rio Chonan, who will be on the Bushido 7 card, fighting Nino Shembri of Brazil. And, of course, we invite you to watch Bushido 7 on pay-per-view.
Oh, beautiful reversal there from Kevin. And now he's got to work.
And that Bushido 7 card will be seen on most pay-per-view outlets on June the 3rd. And you're right, boss. Again, a nice reversal by Randleman, but can he take advantage of it?
Yep. You're right. He's got to pull everything out that he has. Everything. He needs to finish this fight now. Ground and pound. As you hear, I don't need to say anything. You will hear by yourself the corner of Kevin Randleman screaming, you got to put the hurt on. You got to do something.
There's just nothing behind those punches, boss. We saw Randleman in the heavyweight tournament, a devastating left hook, knockout Crow Cop. We saw him pick up the champion, Vitor Emelianenko, drop him on his head. But tonight, we are seeing a different Kevin Randleman, and right now, he seems to be on the losing end of this battle with Kazuhiro Nakamura.
Yeah, he really needs to do something like enormous to win this fight now. But you know, he had a top position, nice reversal again. Look what Nakamura tries to do. If Kevin comes up with his right arm too high, he's probably going to try to escape the backdoor there. No, it won't. But it's good control from Kevin, but he, yeah, like you said, he needs to do something. He needs to create space. He needs to knock him out now.
So crossface across his throat into the final minute of this fight. The opening bout of the 2005 middleweight tournament between Kevin Randleman and Kazuhiro Nakamura. The referee now calling for a timeout. And boss, I say again, Randleman prides himself on being the strongest fighter physically in this tournament. A yellow card to Randleman as well. But one has to question again, we know how much the mental game comes into play in this tournament, in this sport. Kevin Randleman doesn't seem to be thinking too much in terms of what he has to do. Waiting there.
And again, he's got the takedown, but he's got to finish it now.
But see, from here, boss, he should already have that plan. He should be thinking ahead to what he should be doing.
I know, but you know, it's fatigue. And that makes everything slower.
That's the conditioning always. I mean, in this day and age of cross-training and everyone really doing all they can to become the best mixed martial artist, that conditioning becomes the ace in the hole. And right now, the conditioning of Kevin Randleman, I believe, is costing him.
You know what? Conditioning is the most important thing in a fight. Most important. Then you start working on technique. You know, you have a Ferrari, I always say, with no gas, it won't drive. Same thing here.
Well, you can hear its corner, of course, Phil Baroni and Mark Coleman. The looks on their faces, they were shouting out instructions. This fight is over, and it will go to the judges' scorecards.
Now, I was wondering with the tape, if he put that tape there already for in case he will get slammed by Kevin. He said, you know what, then I already got some protection over there.
So, boss, give us your comments on this opening fight of the 2005 middleweight tournament as the replays begin.
That was that big right hand there. But, hey, nice return there with the right. Well, I think Kevin played a real smart game, but he didn't have the effort to finish the fight.
I think you can see it on Kevin's face. I do believe he was rocked in the head during that bout, boss. Yep. I don't think he ever truly recovered from that series of blows. Let's go to the official decision.
Judge Kobayashi, Nakamura. Judge Ohashi, Nakamura.
A unanimous decision victory for Kazuhiro Nakamura and the Japanese star. Well, his star continues to shine.
Wow. What a victory. A new star is born, like you said. He's doing a really good job. Nakamura, is he going to be the new champion here, man. This kid's got a lot of potential. He's great in judo, great submissions. His hands are getting better and better.
A classy gesture by Mark Coleman, staying on the apron. Phil Baroni also shaking his hands. An absolutely dejected Kevin Randleman didn't even wait around. Made a beeline for the dressing room. But Kazuhiro Nakamura, as we said at the outset of the opening of the show, he's done what his mentor Hidehiko Yoshida did in 2003. He has officially put himself on the MMA map with that victory over Kevin the Monster Randleman.
Beautiful victory. Unanimous decision. We're going to hear a lot of them.
As far as who has the better ground game, we have different games, but I feel I'm better. I go for submissions. I take crazy chances on the ground. I do things that I don't think he would normally do. I do things that are unorthodox, my own way of doing things, my own style, my own way of grappling. All 7 of my victories in mixed martial arts are by submission.
He's tapping.
Over. Slow triangle choke there by Dean Lister.
I have the better ground game.
I'm not worried about that because I'm training a lot. I'm training with my team, and I'm very confident.
Better overall fighter. We're going to find out the day of the fight, aren't we?
Do your best because I'm going to do it.
Arona 183センチ 92.8 キロ
Dean the Machine Lister is 29, 6'1", 204 pounds, 1-1 in Pride FC.
Arona 180センチ 92.9 キロ
Ricardo, the Brazilian Tiger. Arona is 26, 5'11", 205 pounds with a record of 4-1 in Pride. And there you see Murilo Bustamante and Mario Sperry, 2 of the co-founders of Brazilian top team, in his corner.
This is going to be very interesting. That's one thing for sure. Can Dean keep it on his feet like he said? Is Arona go for a takedown, or is he going to bang too? It's a big question mark right now.
Arona says he expects Lister will go for the takedown immediately.
All right, we're on our way. Whoop.
Right away through the guard goes Arona, the left jab and that nice inside low kick. And the 2 grapplers are staying on their feet right away, boss.
Yep, and Dean did work on it, and he watched some tapes because he blocked that right low kick from Arona, which he's known for. Very easy, but now they're in the body lock. Now let's see who's going to get the takedown, because I truly believe this has to go to the ground, right? 2 great grapplers. Let's see what happens.
Nice
Stomp the feet.
Foot stomp there, trying to take advantage of the situation in the corner. Similar to what we saw in the opening match between Randleman and Nakamura, where there wasn't much success in this part of the real estate of the ring. Nice knee, though, there by Arona.
Yeah, but it was blocked by Dean Lister. I believe that he had his hand there. But that means
the effort was there.
Always have your hand there, because if you don't, it could be a hit.
Arona is a BJJ specialist, 2001 submission champion.
The feeling out process. Another right low kick. This time it was a hit. Those low kicks, you cannot take too many. Woo, and those right hands, listen, if that lands, that's a big problem.
Feeling again that there's almost too much respect between these 2 great grapplers. Someone has got to light the wick, and soon.
You have a left kick, a liver kick, as everybody knows.
Oh, and Arona misses with the right uppercut. Ooh. That one connected. You can hear in Lister's corner the great Muay Thai fighter, Melcher Manor. Arona with that right hand knocks down Lister.
Whoa, can he capitalize on this? Look what he's doing right away. He's locking him up. Dean is pulling his hand.
Some hammer fist delivered by Arona. Arona will try to stack Lister, and that's what he's doing now. And great job of passing the guard boss.
Side mount position. Now it's going to be interesting. We knew it was going to go to the ground. But who's the better submission specialist?
That's a pick'em in this affair, I would believe.
Look at this. Arona's going to go to the side mount again. I believe.
You see nice Lister's left hand there, boss, doing a good job on the hip there of thwarting the passing of the guard by Arona.
Very good. You know, he can knee also now. Oh, nice soccer kick there.
And a nice right through the guard. Arona showing aggression, and again, remember that in 2003, Arona injured his foot prior to his first round matchup against Quinton Jackson. He is raring to go for this fight. And he really, so far, is punishing Dean Lister.
You know, wouldn't it be interesting if Arona would just stand up and then say, okay, let's get back on our feet, because he did a great job on his feet. But no, he chose to go to the ground. It's going to be a chest.
I get the feeling the way he's setting this up here. Remember, he was the victim of one of the most deadly powerbomb slams by Quinton Jackson in history. The way that Arona is kind of setting himself up, I wonder if he may try to do that to Dean Lister and just send a message to the Rampage.
Yeah. Well, you see Dean is bringing his left knee real high up. That means he's going to try to pass that right arm and go for a triangle probably. Triangle choke. But you know, Arona, black belt jiu-jitsu, he knows. Real high guard, hold his own hands. Very difficult to escape here for Arona. But there's not a lot that Dean can do too, unless he can pass that right arm of Arona. And you see he's looking for it. But Arona knows, he gets up.
Lister still in the butt scoop position, and Lister describes his preferred art of grappling and ground fighting as tying and untying knots, taking that extra time to ply your craft, and really it is just that when it comes to ground fighting and the education, boss, that one needs to fully appreciate it. Like a lot of people could say, well, ground fighting is boring when you see two guys of these caliber. No. They are technicians. They are cerebral. They are constantly working to try to get the better of their opponent.
Yep. You saw Dean coming back with the right logo. Oh, now they kicked us both at the same time. So nobody had an impact there. Dean really needs to work. After that left low kick inside, he should throw a right hand. Whoa, there we go.
And see, he did rock Arona, but Arona comes back with a right uppercut of his own, but it's almost like they're afraid to really take it to their opponent. They hit and move instead of hitting and going right for them. They need to become more aggressive. There he is, another nice uppercut.
And you can see Arona, the way he moves, he's not stable on his feet. It's like he's losing his balance.
Jumping right hand there by the Brazilian Tiger. And again, these two are known for their grappling skills. But now they try to showcase their striking skills as well.
Dean needs to work. Set it up. He's doing a good job. What he did, he hit. Arona looks to me, that's going to be a yellow card here. It looks to me like Arona is a little tired almost.
Yellow card being issued to Dean Lister. And again, with so much at stake, the prestige surrounding this tournament, we need to see action. And that is what the mandate is in Pride Fighting Championships, the effort to finish the fight by KO or submission. They need to unload, and that's what Arona's trying to do now on Lister.
And Arona, his right hand is very strong. Nice takedown there from Lister.
And Lister, the two-time U.S. National Sambo champion, has the right leg.
That could be a leg lock. He's good in leg locks. He can step over, might go for a knee bar. He needs to work. He told us in the interview that he knows that the fans want to see action. Look at this.
There
Here
he
we
is,
go.
Going for the leg lock as the referee yelled action, and that's what Lister is trying to deliver now.
He's digging deep. He's going to get it. He's underneath. No, let me see if he's going to get it. No, he might slip off. You see Arona is pulling the arm back.
Also a laceration across the head of Dean Lister. Lister trying to work valiantly for the submission here, but you can see Arona.
Whoa, slipping out. See, it's difficult. That's the problem.
Nice hammer
if you don't
fist.
wear shoes. It's easy to slip out.
Especially when you've already engaged in 5 minutes or so of action. You become slippery because of the sweat.
Yep, there we go. But don't worry. At home could be a very small cut.
Superficial cut. It does look like it might be just that. Now Arona trying to pull out. Trying to push on the right leg of Lister, but Lister there really trying to look for the ankle lock. Maybe the Achilles lock now, but nothing doing. The referee now in a position to see exactly what's happening.
Yeah, Dean needs to pull Arona to the other side so he can dig and go for that angle. It's very difficult to dig like this. So Arona's doing a good job in defending, putting him to the right, lean on his right side. Dean needs to pull the knee, the right knee of Arona to the right. Then the heel will come up. You can scoop it and then try to go and finish. But you have 2 legs there, it's difficult. Oh, nice. Very nice.
Couple of up kicks delivered by Arona.
Triangle choke. No, out. He's out.
Omoplata?
No. Not against this. And again a leg lock attack.
Another leg lock. Looked like he was attempting the omoplata, but it's back to the leg locks, and Lister taking advantage of his Sambo background.
Is he slipping out? Yep, he's slipping out again.
Trying to deliver a heel strike.
Yeah, Arona is doing a good job with that. He sees that cut, and he's aiming for it.
They have to better their position, though, boss. Do they not? I mean, Arona here still very susceptible to the leg lock. Now it's Lister in his closed guard. Into the final 60 seconds of the opening round here between Lister and Arona.
Nice. And back to the card. Yeah, this is they're both so good on the ground that it's a chess game. And that could be a boring match for people watching because they're just waiting for a mistake from the other one. Nice elbow. You see now that.
Yeah, but they can't wait long, boss. I mean, really, the mandate is action. So
I know.
It's, that's fine and dandy. But the fans do want to see the action. They are 2 of the greatest grapplers. But like we've seen a bit of that now with Lister going for the leg locks. Now it's Arona trying to improve his position.
Yep, but 15 seconds left into the fight. Arona's got a top position, but what can you do in 10 seconds now?
Try to inflict some damage, maybe a flurry here in the last seconds to try to send Lister that message that the second round is not going to be like the first 10.
Yep. Round number 1, the end.
Boss, styles make fights. It's a proven proverb in boxing, and I think it goes for MMA as well. We're seeing maybe mirror images of one another here, the 2 grapplers in Arona and Lister, but something has got to give in the second round. What do you recommend they do?
Okay, now Arona, his right uppercut is working really well. Left hook, right uppercut, that's what he's throwing. Very smart game plan because he knew probably that Dean was going to go for a clinch and maybe for a takedown. And again, look at it, boom, the right uppercut.
Shouldn't he use that right uppercut then to set up a shoot, set up a takedown?
Yeah, or use the right hand on the ground.
It's like he's almost very tentative in his striking. Nice takedown there by Lister.
Yep, and right away he will probably work. Yeah, here we're in the leg lock position. As you can see, there are 2 legs there. Yeah, this is going to be very interesting in round number 2 because to me, Arona, it looked like a little bit he was unstable on his feet when he was standing. So was it fatigue or was it just like a fish out of the water? I don't know. We do know that he can hit because there was a lot of power behind those punches, but they need to connect.
Arona has mentioned that he would like a rematch with Quinton Rampage Jackson and, of course, a shot against the defending middleweight and tournament champion Wanderlei Silva. The last time we saw Arona in action was at Pride 28 when he submitted the unheralded Sergei Ignatov via rear naked choke.
Yeah, you see here how easy he escaped that triangle attempt. And, of course, this was later in the round. They're sweaty, you slip out more easy. Submission's going to be more difficult to do, more difficult to make. Yeah, Dean looks the fresher of the 2.
And when you take a look at other participants in this tournament, and we could tell you that at Pride 20, Arona and Dan Henderson really had a tough fight, and it went to Arona, the decision, but Henderson, of course, coming up later tonight, fighting Antonio Rogerio Nogueira. A lot of fans looking forward to that tilt as well.
Now, and it was the left hook right uppercut from Arona, and if he can hit that left hook again, then he will hit that cut there above the eye of Dean Lister. So that's probably what his corner told him to do.
Lister was quoted as saying he's focusing on the performance, not the result. Was he happy with his performance in the opening round, boss?
No, I don't believe so. I think that he needs to do more, which what his corner told him probably, because now he's working. Whoa, he's shooting in. Single leg.
Look for the heel trip, but look who ends up in the guard, boss. It's Ricardo Arona. Great defense there on the takedown.
Half guard. It's an open half guard.
But then again, one can ask the question. Dean Lister also feels comfortable pulling guard and maybe allowing Arona, but not someone like Arona. You'd be wise not to do that.
Yeah. There's still strikes involved also. And Arona has got a lot of power.
Lister grabbing the left wrist of Arona.
Yeah, and with the gloves, you know, you get a good control. They can't pull the arm out. So that's a good thing to do, because you don't want him in the side mount, and certainly do not want to have him in the north-south position.
And that mind game continues, though, boss. I mean, these are wily veterans of the grappling game. Lister grabbing that wrist, maybe trying to distract Arona, maybe thinking that he might go for, an arm lock of some kind, but really just trying to set something else up. And one would not put it past these two very talented grapplers, Ricardo Arona and Dean Lister.
Some body shots. Not really effective. Because, I say it 1,000 times, create distance, guys.
It looked like Lister was going for a Kimura attempt there, but Arona, wise to it, created the distance, and then rained down some blows on his opponent.
Dean needs to work now. He needs to work. Arona is putting his... Oh, I thought he's giving him an arm, you know. If I'm please take my arm, go for an arm bar, and use that against him to escape the guard.
You know, from this situation, boss, you really want to work on improving your position. Are we really seeing that in this contest?
No, we do not.
And why not? And if not, why maybe the referee has to take certain measures, and let's bring this... they are working, obviously, but it's action. It's all about action, boss.
Yeah, but you see here, Dean is going, oh, Arona knew. He said, no, you're not going to get me in the triangle, Joe. I'm going to get up. Dean should make those up kicks, too. This is even better.
Finally, the referee will bring them back to their feet.
Yeah, the way Arona walked back, and you people at home couldn't see it, it's a little bit unsteady on his feet. I wonder.
There's a kick delivered by Lister.
Yeah, and as you can see also that Arona is the typical jiu-jitsu fighting stance. His head is a little bit more backwards, which exposes his jaw.
Yeah, Hagler Hearns we're not seeing in the stand-up, boss, that's for sure. Missing with the high kick was Arona.
Dean needs to put it up now. Stop it in there. Boom, hard. He needs to work. Left punch, right low kick. Arona, same thing. He needs to go. Use that left hook with the right uppercut. He's successful with it in the first round.
They're not doing a real good job of gauging the distance when it comes to their strikes either, boss. There's those looping shots that expose energy, and now there's a nice balance act by Lister.
Now this is very good for Dean Lister right now. He's got 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Can he use this? Create distance, and he needs to rain bombs now. And can Arona escape this situation? Look, he's slipping with his right foot almost out. Those were nice shots. He needs to continue doing that. He needs to go. If he wants to win the fight, he needs to go.
Well, if he needs to go, boss, the time to do it is now. The last minute of this round. Maneuvering underneath is Arona. And looking to try to sweep.
Yep, he wants to move to the side mount. That's what he needs to do. There's more chance there. 30 seconds.
Hear the referee again call action. And there's Lister. An attempt to throw some lefts at the head of Arona. Perfunctory shots at best, Boss Rudin. There's a nice up kick and a heel strike by Arona.
Well, triangle attempt. Can Dean pull it out? No. It looks like he's going to get... No, he's out. It's open again. Whoa. You see, but we need to see this action right away. And the way Dean stands up, he looks like he's in a great shape. He needs to go. He needs to work.
The element of danger existed for Dean Lister, and I wonder if Arona didn't have flashbacks as to what happened to him in his matchup with Quinton Rampage Jackson. But time ran out, and boss, as we embark on the third and final round, give us your thoughts on this matchup between American Dean Lister and Brazilian Ricardo Arona.
Well, the truth is, it's not the most exciting match there is. You know, Arona threw that really hard at left uppercut, but you can see it's not his bread and butter. It's not, you know, he totally overexposes his own jaw. Dean should just keep his eyes open and aim for that jaw.
When Pride Fighting Championships put together this matchup, boss, what do you think they anticipated, the promoters? What kind of a matchup did they want to see?
They know they're both good grapplers, so they thought, hey, let's see if they can work it standing up. And last time with Dean Lister, you know, he was good on his feet. Of course, he finished it with a side choke. But he said also, I worked a lot on the striking department, so I think this was kind of a test. And since they're both grapplers, they put them together. And now, right now in the corner here, you see all the doctors again. Now, of course, not all of them. There's not a lot of people can fit in one corner, but they're very concerned about the fighters here at the Pride Fighting Championships. Checking the cut above his eye.
Now, none of these fighters, especially at this level, will use any excuse, boss. But Lister can't even use the fact that at Bushido 6, he was involved in that one-night tournament. He fought one time. He didn't have to fight in the final. Why are we seeing what we're seeing out of Dean Lister right now after so much was promised by him?
You know what? That's a big question mark to everybody. It's yeah.
I mean, Ricardo Arona, we do know has this style. I don't want to say it's the boring style or passive style, but he is a defensive fighter. Ricardo Arona's never been known to be a guy who likes to engage in fireworks, but Dean Lister promised that. So far, we haven't seen it.
Nope. The last round, he's in a better shape. Looks to me, he needs to really work. Arona should, again, try to go for the left hook, right uppercut.
All right, it's going to come down to who wants this fight more, Ricardo Arona or Dean Lister. The third and final round has begun.
He should set that right low kick up with a punch first. Okay, he's got the takedown. Now he needs to really do something with it. He needs to work.
In Dean's corner, you can hear the members of the boxing club shouting out instructions that, Dean, come on, you have to do something here. Just a touch of worry in their voice, boss.
Yeah, of course. You know, I mean, there's a triangle again. You know, but he's got his hand in it. Look how he defended.
And of course, this adds up when it comes to efforts to finish the fight by KO submission. Of course, it's as what kind of an attempt it is, and Lister doing a good job now of escaping it, boss.
Yeah,
and going for a leg lock, looking for the Achilles tendon hole, it appears.
Let me see if he can pull it up, an Achilles tendon.
Beautiful by Arona, using his power to lift himself up, and now look at these guys, boss. It's like a statue of some kind. They are twisted up there like a pretzel in this close quarters.
Yeah, and you see, that's why I'm not a big fan of the Achilles tendon pull, because it's easy to escape. You saw what Arona did? He just stood up, and now he's on top of him.
Look at Arona trying to maneuver like a fish on a water, boss, trying to get mount position on Lister. Lister doing a good job of placing that knee and keeping him away.
Yep, he's sitting high, real high. It looked like he was trying to smother him with his belly on his face. Dean should try to escape. He needs to escape. He needs to do something. He needs to work. He needs to buck up. He needs to do something.
You see him trying to, he has lifted up his left hand, trying to avoid being turned to his left, but Arona really doing his best to just Now getting mounted. There it is, the right hands. Now giving him his back, boss.
Yeah, but with the gloves, it's going to be very difficult to finish with a choke. Very difficult, I say. I don't say impossible. Okay, whoa.
Scramble. Lister to his feet. Not for long. Kick by Arona.
He's good with those kicks.
Very good. And we saw him hurt Quinton Jackson in their fight. Almost stopped him, in fact.
Yep. Okay, Dean needs to do something now, yeah, but I can't repeat this 1,000 times, but we need action now.
Body triangle there put on by Arona, keeping them at twist, trying to attempt that. There, close guard from the bottom, and we've seen that attempt at times. 2 minutes left. Able to escape the leg locks is Arona.
Yeah, it's the last round, and again, sweat plays a major factor here, especially with leg locks, arm bars. Chokes would be good things to do. Strikes and chokes. That right hand he needs to throw non-stop now. I mean, we're talking about what? We have a minute and 15 seconds left. He's got to throw everything out that he has. I mean, you want to be at a tournament. You want to go to the finals.
I'm quite surprised, actually, really, at the lack of tenacity and aggression here, boss, knowing what really is at stake and what can happen. There's a sweep there, reversal by Arona, but now final 60 seconds.
Yep.
And it does appear that this one as well will be going to the scorecards.
You see, it's the last round, and now they start working.
The last minute of the last round.
Yeah. Knee coming up. Ooh, he hit
even
himself.
That, there's 10. You know, he's tentative in even delivering that knee. Why didn't he just rein it in?
Yeah, he saw that he was defending it with his arm, but still, you know, just throw it. Yeah, just throw it. Anything helps. Mount position. But in 15 seconds. Yep. Nope. Time's tough. At 8 seconds left. It's got to be a flying knee to the face. Nope.
Pride Fighting Championships has delivered some of the best action in MMA history. Unfortunately, boss, I think a little too much respect, and just the styles itself. Again, styles make fights. Ricardo, Arona, Dean Lister, not, I believe, giving the fans really what they wanted tonight.
I didn't think so either. Yeah, but what can you say? There's
like even in their realm, boss, in their domain of grappling, were you impressed here?
No, because both, they're so evenly leveled together. You know, they're so close that they escape every attempt. One goes for an armbar, escape. The other one goes triangle, escape. I mean, there's no
well, we saw at Bushido 6, Luis Azevedo and Luis Buscape of Brazil engage in a ground battle that was beyond exciting.
Phenomenal.
Why wasn't this one?
Hey, I don't know what's going on in their minds.
$64,000 question, Mr. Yoon?
I know. Is it not $1 million now?
Anyway, take us through the replays, boss. I won't call them highlights.
Yeah. What can I say about the replays? That right hand, the one that connected, he should have thrown non-stop because it doesn't take a lot of power.
All right, we await the official decision.
Judge Hamilton, Arona.
Fans approve that. It's a unanimous decision victory, and showing sportsmanship is Dean Lister applauding the outcome. Ricardo Arona, the Brazilian Tiger, advances to Critical Countdown 2005, which is coming up, of course, July the 1st. That's a Saturday on pay-per-view, the second round of this tournament for Dean Lister. It's back to the drawing board when it comes to MMA.
Hey, here we go. And I thought Arona was tired. No way. I just wanted to say, just before he made that jump, hey, and I'm telling you the truth, It looks like he's fresher now than he's before the fight.
So
in
what?
the fight, he didn't look. He looked tired, but now suddenly he's fresh.
What was he waiting for? In any event, Ricardo Arona advances. Total Elimination 2005 continues from the Osaka Dome in Japan.
Arona 176センチ 92.5 キロ
Igor, the Ukraine freight train. Vovchanchyn is 31, 5'9", 205 pounds, 16, 6, 0, and 1 in pride.
180センチ 87 キロ
Yuki Kondo is 29, 5'11", 195 pounds, 1 and 2 in Pride Fighting Championships. Boss, it is safe to say that the opening two bouts served as the calm before the storm. I believe we're in for a striking smorgasbord in this matchup.
Absolutely. I do not see this fight go the distance.
This is Vovchanchyn's 60th MMA match. Kondo, the current light heavyweight king of Pancrase, not afraid to engage in a stand-up war with Vovchanchyn. Maybe someone will question his mental state, but he does embody the Japanese fighting spirit. Vovchanchyn has looked unstoppable since moving down from heavyweight to this middleweight division.
Yeah, that was one of the best things that he could do, and right away he puts him in this tournament, and I said, oh my God, this guy could go all the way. But you know, mixed martial arts, anything can happen. Still, I really would like to see him against Wanderlei Silva. That would be a really good matchup.
Some people predict that may be the final. Nice kick delivered by Vovchanchyn.
And you see after that kick, Yuki came forward, bent it over a little bit. Igor pushed him away right away. So he's ready for a takedown. Yeah, this is typical Igor, eh?
Nice high kick there by Kondo, blocked by Vovchanchyn. Now moving in. Great takedown defense by Vovchanchyn. Wow.
Nice crossface. Beautiful. Oh, this is not good. Now, and he's going to land those left knees. You watch.
He wants to move to north-south position, it seems, does Vovchanchyn. Kondo trying his best there with the left hand. There's a knee, boss. Right to the crown of the head.
Yeah, he learned from his loss against Mark Coleman. I think he wants to do the same thing. Goes north-south and then start raining those knees. Because that was when Igor lost against Mark Coleman.
Cross-facing Kondo here.
Cross-facing, again, is always the best thing to do.
And also busy creating that distance. Kondo trying desperately to scramble, but he has no opportunity as now Vovchanchyn momentarily slips to the knee on belly position, now into the guard.
You know what? This doesn't matter. Boom.
You see the setup there, boss. The combination to the body, then the right to the head.
Yeah, but the only thing you need to do is set up the combination to the body a little bit more powerful, because then Kondo needs to block. Right now, he didn't really need to defend him. He needs to hit hard. Yeah, those are hard to the head. Oh.
Haymakers being delivered by Vovchanchyn.
Looks like he has a smile on his face.
He's enjoying himself. After all, 60 MMA fights, I think he's found his calling, boss.
Yep. Look, Kondo's trapping his arm. He wants to go armbar. See, but yeah.
Nice attempt there by Kondo. And this is something that we do know Vovchanchyn is susceptible, though, to, boss, are submissions.
Yeah, leg locks especially. He needs to watch out, but no, there's nothing here. He needs to rain down those jackhammers that he has. Toe hold. This could be very dangerous. If he can pull off a toe hold here, that could be the end of the fight. So he has to watch out. Igor now has to watch out for this toe hold coming up.
Kondo,
he needs to get out.
Well versed in submissions, although he doesn't spend much time training.
That is a very dangerous move. I saw once somebody breaking his shin bone with that. Look at that kick. But Kondo should go and try to go for the toe hold again. It was very close.
What's Vovchanchyn trying to do here, boss?
I don't know. Staying away from leg locks.
There you go. Now he could have his back.
He's looking for a knee bar.
Kondo doing a good job of holding on to his ankle. There's the nice escape by Vovchanchyn. This could be dangerous for Kondo. Steady goes down to the guard boss. I thought maybe he might even try a stomp or something.
And right away, Kondo, you see him attacking with that triangle, but Igor worked real hard on his submissions. Side mount position.
Allowing the Brazilians to keep the stomp in their playbook there then, boss.
Yeah.
Standing, but now you're right. In the guard.
But you know, wasn't this interesting to see that Igor didn't stand up?
Yes.
I mean, I really thought that he would stand up. Is it because he respects Kondo's striking skills, or is that because he wants to show the people that he can do submissions too?
Yeah, that's a good question. Is it because he respects the striking skills, which I tend not to believe, or maybe he disrespects his ground skills?
Yeah. And again, beautiful there, creating distance all the time.
And he's really been able to do things at will here on the ground, is Vovchanchyn. I mean, Kondo can take a shot. Kondo, again, very respected for his valiant fighting. But right now, he needs to scramble underneath. Look at Vovchanchyn here, boss, just doing a great job of maneuvering Kondo any which way. Nice reversal, great sweep by Yuki Kondo.
Yep. And that's what I meant at the beginning of the fight. One little mistake. But can he do something with it?
Midway through the opening round, I predicted a smorgasbord of striking. They're back on the ground.
And you see Igor is wearing those socks. Fight ankle protection.
Ankle bracelets, yeah.
But you know what it is? It's very good for that guard. You know, heel hooks, they will slip off. But a guard is very tight, and because they absorb the sweat.
They're not jewelry. I meant to say ankle brace there, boss. So now, from the bottom, what can we anticipate Vovchanchyn doing? This is not a position that he is prone to being in or comfortable in being in. And again, Yuki Kondo doing the right thing, posturing, trying to create the distance.
Yeah, but you know what? He's been there in this position with the marker on top of him, and he could escape. So Kondo better watch out that he doesn't escape this position. And if it keeps going like this, maybe the referee would stop it. This is a restart.
And you know, if Vovchanchyn had his druthers, he'd be on his feet, boss, and reining in the lethal right hand and the kicks. But they're going to restart in the same position in the center of the ring. A reminder, the Bushido 7 is coming up on most pay-per-view outlets. It's going to be coming up on Friday, June the 3rd. Already signed, the up-and-coming superstar in Japan, Ryo Chonan, will battle Nino Shembri. And also on the card will be Pride's latest signing, the New York badass Phil Baroni comes to Japan for Bushido 7.
And look here, Igor tries to escape now. Oh, he's looking for that reverse figure 4. Yeah, he's locking it up. Now he needs to pull it out. There we go. He's got a leg caught. He needs to bend the arm. Very important. Because you see, it's so important that you, with a reverse figure 4, always make sure that the hand of your opponent touches the back of your opponent.
It looks like Vovchanchyn is trying to get the Kimura from underneath, but a great job, balance, positioning by Yuki Kondo. If he pops it out, though, here, boss.
Now he needs... Oh, this is not good for Kondo now. Can he finish it? He needs to step in his left leg over Kondo's head. You see Kondo's pushing it already. He knows that could be the end if he's going to step over with the left leg over Kondo's head. Oh, you don't want to have that knee.
So obviously Igor Vovchanchyn showcasing his diverse talents in mixed martial arts in this battle.
He brings...
But what a great defense by Kondo. Sorry, boss.
No. You're absolutely right. He's defending perfect. Look, he's out. But you saw Igor was bringing the body of Kondo to the hand, not the other way around. Very smart.
This is one thing we've noticed so far in this fight, that Vovchanchyn seems to be able to improve his position at will, however. That's something Kondo is going to have to change if he wants to prevail. Now, it's typical Vovchanchyn ground and pound.
You know what? But just looking at Vovchanchyn, you know that he has got a lot of power. He's just a very strong individual.
If anything, boss, dropping those extra pounds, making him quicker, those shots coming in even faster. I think he has perhaps even more power than as a heavyweight.
Yeah. and quickness, more stamina. You see, he's just toying. Little shots there, little shots there. No, you're not going to reverse me for the second time, he says.
Kondo trying to spin to his turn to his left and maybe look for the backdoor escape. Nothing doing.
Igor should throw a left hook, right straight, left hook. Mix it up.
He's doing that. He's mixing up his target areas at least, boss. Going to the rib cage, back up to the head.
Yeah, see, but with a hook, they have to defend to the side. That's when the straight comes. Now, Nogueira would have gone for an armbar here. But Vovchanchyn says, I'm just going to pound you.
Vovchanchyn straight up down the mount, all kind of distance. Last minute of the opening round. Igor Vovchanchyn, and now another sweep here by Kondo. Could it be? Yes, it is.
Oh, it looked like Igor was going for an armbar. You know what? When Igor was on the mount position, it looked kind of like he was tired almost to me.
I'm really impressed with Kondo's ability to absorb the punishment and then, boss, not once, not twice, but 3 times execute the sweep on Vovchanchyn. It's been a great opening 10 minutes thus far.
Very good fight. And there we go again. Now the reverse. Is he going to get it? Yeah, it's going back and forward. You know what? Yuki Kondo really should try to go for leg locks again. He really needs to do that. He was so close with the toe.
If he can snag that left arm, maybe go for Kimura, but that's, again, he's dealing with one of the best strikers in the sport. The first round is over. We saw some back and forth action. We saw Vovchanchyn dominate in terms of improving his position from the mount, but then we also saw Yuki Kondo pull off 3 terrific sweeps.
Beautiful, beautiful first round. Nothing really hard connected, but there were a lot of attempts. Both of them, tried to fight and tried to win the fight, so there's more action. Look at here, that figure 4. Reverse figure 4, that is. He's pulling it out, but he's got to make sure that he keeps that armband. This is so important.
Could he have changed this into an armbar, boss, somehow from that position?
No. He should have go right away, push it, and push the hand on the opponent's back. Now it's a different story. No, you see, here he should have stepped over with that left leg. Now he should have stepped over the head of Kondo. Then you can finish it, because now Kondo is going up, and then the whole effect is gone. The leverage is gone.
Kimura started here, right from here. That's what I was thinking. That perhaps boom, turn around right there, spin around his head.
Oh yeah, and now a straight armbar.
No, that's what I meant. Like it was again thinking ahead, as all these fighters need to do when on the ground, but instead staying on the side control and really expending some energy there, boss, as well.
Yeah.
And put him away with it.
Grappling, people don't realize you burn so much energy, and the worst part is that you're pulling and pulling all the time, and suddenly you have to punch. And those two things, they don't go together very well. That makes the fighter very tired. Kondo standing, Igor still sitting. Doesn't mean anything, we don't know. I would say if you sit, at least you relax all the muscles, that will be good. Okay, Igor is on his feet. I'm really looking forward to the second round. And let's see if I was right.
Let's hope the air in Osaka agrees with these world-class fighters, boss, because we've seen a bit of a pattern throughout the first 2 matches. But no, this is the second round, both Vovchanchyn and Kondo. And let's see what happens here.
It's unbelievable, the crowd here, eh? So quiet.
Focused on that action. Beautiful.
There we go.
Combination.
Nice right hook back there, but no, look at that takedown.
Beautiful sequence by the Ukraine freight train Vovchanchyn.
Nah, we never saw him doing that. That was a beautiful takedown.
And he did it effortlessly and showed his newfound speed and quickness.
Now Kondo is looking for that same armbar, look. But Igor, as long as he keeps his hand there, there's nothing to worry about.
In fact, Vovchanchyn could maybe pass the guard easily, but maybe that's what Kondo is trying to give him the opportunity to do. Set him up thinking he can pass the guard. And it looked like he could have gone out of the half guard, but instead, boss, they're going to bring him to the center of the ring.
Yep. Good rule. Now, let's see. Now it's going to be interesting. I hope. You know what? I think this is a good time to say thank you very much, Dr. Robert Wilson, because I'm pain-free right now here in Japan. He helped me out a lot.
Whoa. Nice hammer fist being delivered right to the abdomen of Kondo. And this Yuki Kondo, my friends, can take a shot. He really, truly personifies, embodies the Japanese fighting spirit. And Vovchanchyn continues to try to decimate his Japanese opponent. I mean, that's got to drive the wind right out of your lungs, boss. Two hammer fists like that, courtesy of Igor Vovchanchyn.
Yeah. But you know what? There's not a lot of power now behind it. I have to say, I'm telling you the truth. It's not the punchy power that we are used to seeing from Igor. Look at that right that Kondo gave here.
I'm wondering again, boss, mentally speaking, all these fighters, I mean, knowing coming in that this was the deepest talent pool in MMA history, knowing what's at stake, knowing what they're perhaps capable of accomplishing, if there isn't some kind of a mental block that we're seeing so far tonight somehow.
Yeah, I can't explain it either. It's although this is the most exciting fight now.
This is a good fight. But again, like you say, we're not seeing the typical fighting styles that these warriors have been known for so far tonight in this tournament. And again, is it too cautious? Is it, you know, it's all about risk. It's all about efforts to finish your fight. You do not want to take it to the judges because, let's face it, that's not what these fighters are all about, boss. They want to dominate their fights and advance as quickly as possible.
You know,
nice, great into the side control.
Yeah, but Igor, what is he doing there? Get up. Oh, nice knees. Side mount, okay. Good. He should rain those knees to the leg.
Really should be drilling those knees, maybe giving Yuki Kondo a Charlie horse. Kondo, though, scrambling underneath. Nice knee right to the forehead.
And you see Kondo, his eyes are on the knee of Igor Vovchanchyn. Okay, now let's see.
Now Vovchanchyn picking up momentum with his strikes.
But you know what? There's not a lot of power behind them.
But they are scoring with the judges.
Oh, that's one thing for sure.
And now the fans here at the Osaka Dome beginning to rally behind their hometown favorite, quote-unquote, Yuki Kondo, but it's Vovchanchyn, top position. 1 minute left in this round.
Whoa, nice balance here from Igor Vovchanchyn. He's going to try to dig in for a choke. Kondo right away turns back on his back. Igor should go. Full punches, full power now. He's going to get a minute rest in about 40 seconds.
I hate to say it, boss. It looks like Vovchanchyn is gassed on the top. The way he was raining in those blasts, it looks like he's breathing a little harder. And is Osaka that much higher than the Saitama Super Arena in terms of where we are in altitude?
No, those punches are good. Look, he needs to continue doing that.
Obviously, so far, again, depending on what the judges see, and again, there is a criteria that is followed that really, one time maybe we even should show a feature on that because it's all about the fighters. But the bell rings, boss, and it is Igor Vovchanchyn controlling the fight thus far. But again, Yuki Kondo, third round, just around the corner. What is your take, boss?
Yep. Your take is the same, or my take is the same as everybody else's take. It's kind of strange what we're seeing here. I want to see Igor's real punching power. Replay. Now that's what I'm talking about. Look, now he's going for it. See that power I want to see. it's a total different Igor. I mean, he's going for takedowns and he's going for submissions. He doesn't stand up from an open guard. He gets side mount, he doesn't get up. Now, that I can understand because there's a lot of knees and punches you can rain from the side mount. But, hey, you're better on your feet. You got knockout power. There you have the hammer fist, as you said. Boom, and then he comes up with the punches, but there's not real power behind him.
Still to come as part of Pride Fighting Championships opening round of the 2005 middleweight tournament, Total Elimination 2005. The great rematch between Hidehiko Yoshida and Wanderlei Silva in the main event. Vitor Belfort, the Ultimate Fighting Championship representative, will battle Alistair Overeem. And a lot of people talking about Antonio Rogerio Nogueira and the Dan Henderson matchup. That and much more still to come here at the Osaka Dome, boss. Nice takedown there by Vovchanchyn.
Yep. Another time to replay. He should have stayed out there. Stayed out of the half guard. Side mount.
Again, if you want more information on Pride Fighting Championships, order the DVDs. More news on your favorite fighters. Simply log on to pridefc.com. Pridefc.com. Log on today.
Seconds out, please. Seconds out. Seconds out, please.
Yuki Kondo said he was going to engage in a stand-up war with Igor Vovchanchyn. Now's the time to put his money where his mouth is, boss, because it's the third and final round, and you know they have to pull out all the stops here.
Can he get the takedown?
Having said that, that's what he goes for right away.
Nice there, guillotine, but it's just a control move because it's nice. Look at this.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
No, now this.
Wow. That is sweet with a capital S. What we just saw Vovchanchyn execute there, boss. Pulling guard, backward somersault, and into this position in the open guard of Yuki Kondo. Now Kondo there trying something from the bottom.
Tried to go for an armbar or triangle. Depends what happened, but look to me an armbar. Looking again for submissions.
Kondo's coming off a hard-fought loss to Dan Henderson. At Pride 29, Fists of Fire. In his mind, he won that fight. And Henderson, of course, that suffered the effects of the flu during that bout, showing his courage and heart.
He just threw him to the side.
Beautiful
there.
Again. Now with the... Could we see a suplex come out of Vovchanchyn? No, a great turnaround there by Kondo.
Now Kondo has good knees. So Igor needs to stay close.
Punching his way out of that position. Looking for the ankle pick was Kondo.
And I was wrong. Igor is not tired because that reflex was super.
Nice sprawl into that. Whoa. The sky-high knee.
Look at that. Kondo tried to grab his leg. No. Pulled it out right away.
Kondo right now just trying to defend.
Igor just should drain those knees even on the hands. It's kind of a padding for his knees. He's not going to hurt his kneecap on his skull.
His takedown defense is picture perfect thus far in this contest. But again, credit to Yuki Kondo, boss. Keeps on going. Trying desperately. Even though I'm sure mentally he is frustrated. Body lock now by Kondo. It's high.
Whoa. I would have expected a knee here from Kondo. Is it fatigue or not? Now, this is where Igor shines. He needs to go. That's a hard one. Body shots there.
Now we're seeing signs of that stand-up war they both promised. And now it's Kondo pulling guard. And looking for the Kimura attempt, but it's Vovchanchyn creating the distance. And again, controlling from this position.
Trying to go again for the side mount or even a mount now.
Back mount maybe as he turns to his left, but back on his back now. And yes, you got it, boss. Top position secured by Vovchanchyn.
Almost 2 minutes. If you want to make a mark for your next opponent, if Igor wants to make a mark, he wants to send a message, he needs to knock him out now. He needs to work so hard.
And it is rather shocking to see, boss, that here in the first round of the tournament, Igor Vovchanchyn, one of the premier strikers in the sport, delivering the blows, but really not a lot of snap and punch behind them.
Nope. You know what? In the beginning I said that would be a great match between Wanderlei Silva and Igor Vovchanchyn, but in this kind of shape, it could be a bad matchup for Igor. He needs to continuously keep doing this now. He's got 1 minute and 10 seconds.
He's done enough to win, boss, but what do you think when he has a chance to revisit the tape? Yuki Kondo, let's give it up again. This guy overmatched tonight, but never gave up. Final 60 seconds, and barring divine intervention, it is going to be Igor Vovchanchyn advancing to the second round. But again, will he be pleased with his performance tonight?
I think when he sees the tape, he will not be pleased, but that's going to make it... Oh, I thought he's looking for a side choke. It's a total different Igor we see here. He's looking for submissions, goes for takedowns. Look, this is the Igor we know, but not with the real power behind it.
"15 seconds left. Vovchanchyn continues dominant position on Kondo, but unfortunately there's almost a sweep there again by Kondo. He's able to do it 3 times. Now some right hands being delivered to the face of Kondo, and this bout is over. And Igor Vovchanchyn raises his arms in victory. I think that is academic, boss, but we will await the judge's decision again. Running down the criteria, boss: effort to finish the fight by KO or submission, damage to your opponent, standing combinations and ground control, takedown and defense, and aggressiveness. We'll see what happens, boss. Let's take us through the replays and give us your thoughts on this fight.
Now, these knees he should have thrown way more. Even if the hand is there, it will still have impact. I always tell people, if you tape like a focus mitt on your face, and somebody kicks you in the head, don't you think you're going to go down? Of course you're going to go down. That's the same here. If the hand touches the skull, the head, it will go straight through it. I said it before, we can say it 1,000 times. It was just not the Igor that we knew, but Igor will see this tape, go back, and then next time, I'm sure he will be in a way better shape.
Judge Vovchanchyn. Judge
For the third time tonight in 3 fights, we have a unanimous decision victory. This time around, it belongs to Igor Vovchanchyn. Going the distance against Yuki Kondo, Vovchanchyn advances to Critical Countdown 2005, which will be airing on all pay-per-view outlets Saturday, July the 1st. The Elite 8 will battle that night, and he is one of them. Ukraine Freight Train, Igor Vovchanchyn. Boss, some final thoughts? Yuki Kondo's performance tonight.
The performance was good against a guy like Igor. You know, he reversed him a couple of times, which was very surprising. Somebody in the mount and just turn yourself and then sweep him and end up in the guard. That's a very strange thing to do. So, Kondo, heart of a lion, but he's got to work a little bit harder.
Alistair Overeem and Vitor Belfort will try to snap the string of decisions. Their battle is coming up next here at Total Elimination 2005.
A fighter has only one chance to not only prove to the world, but himself, that he is the best. And Pride Fighting Championships gives them that chance.
Managing to land those lefts.
Yes, he's got some good left there.
See the best young fighters in the world as they compete to make it to the top of the fight game.
He's along the rope, and he's got it. Unbelievable.
Bushido 7 from Pride Fighting Championships. Premiering June 3rd on pay-per-view.
I'm from Brazil, so even if I fight in UFC, I'm foreign, you know. I'm very honored to represent UFC and Pride, and so I feel home. I feel Pride is my house too, you know. The pressure is not on me.
I got more fights than he does, so I got more ring experience. and he's older, but that could work to my advantage.
I'm very confident, very. But besides that, you gotta be humble. You know, I'm very humble, but very confident on myself. No doubt.
Well, that's good for him. I'm very confident I'm gonna beat him, so that's looking forward to being an interesting fight. Vitor, I'm gonna take your head, I'm gonna punch it really hard.
I let my fist speak for me and let my game plan go over to the fight. So, you know, I'm not here to do a talk show. I'm here to fight.
Alcohol 194cm 92.4kg
Alistair Demolition Man Overeem's 24, 6'5", 205 pounds, 4-2 in Pride Fighting Championships.
赤コーナー 183cm 92.9kg
Vitor the Phenom Belfort, 28, 6 feet tall, 205 pounds, 4-1 in Pride, and in this tournament representing the UFC. All right, boss. We've had 3 decisions. In this one, we have Overeem, who is a very proficient striker out of Holland. We have Vitor the Phenom Belfort, also known for his Fists of Fury. What do you think is going to transpire in this matchup?
Man, I really can't tell. Vitor says that he's going to stand toe-to-toe with him. I don't know if that's a super smart idea. Vitor's got real good takedowns. I think maybe he should take this fight to the ground. But yeah, this is going to be a very interesting match.
Overeem, the tallest fighter in the tournament at 6'5", Belfort 6 feet. So definite reach advantage for Overeem.
You see how low he stands? He's protecting himself for that takedown. That's why he stands so low. He's bending his legs.
In the southpaw stance as well is Vitor Belfort. There's a flying knee attack by Overeem.
And another right knee to the body right away. But now let's see what's going to happen here. Who's going to get the takedown if it's going to go to the ground?
The over-under hook here, the traditional Greco-Roman wrestling clinch. Overeem now turning the tables as Belfort hemmed in the corner.
Whoa, very nice, good. He's listening very good to his instructor, Martijn de Jong. Martijn de Jong was screaming, throw him now. And right away, within a second, he threw Vitor Belfort.
Belfort, half butterfly guard. Overeem keeping his head down. Now dropping those hammer fists to the head of Belfort. But Belfort going for a submission attempt, and right away, Overeem closes the gap.
Yep.
Belfort spent some time, boss, doing some high-altitude training in Teresópolis in Brazil in preparation for this fight.
That was a good left.
Worked with Brazilian submission specialist Jacare and the Brazilian boxing team, also to prepare for the Dutch striker Alistair Overeem.
It's a smart move. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Oh!
There, pays for the armbar attempt with a soccer kick to the head.
Now, let's see. I expect another flying knee. Whoa!
Belfort, the left. Overeem again with the clinch. Belfort pulls him into, again, the half butterfly guard.
It's a strength. Now, very smart here. Whoa,
there we
stamp.
go. Jumping stomp by Overeem. He used to consider Belfort a role model. Feels Belfort is too defensive and wants to knock him out or submit him within 5 minutes of the opening round. So far, he is definitely the aggressor in this matchup. 2.5 minutes left until the midway point of round number 1.
Ooh, that was not good. He didn't look when he was punching. He needs to keep his eyes on his opponent. And you don't want to make a mistake here with Vitor Belfort because his hands are lightning fast too. And if he connects, that's a bit of trouble too.
Belfort lost to Kazushi Sakuraba at his Pride debut. Sakuraba taking on a debuting Korean judoka later tonight. Looking for the jump guard there. Also in Pride, he's beaten Gilbert Ivel, Daijiro Matsui, and Heath Herring. And a guy by the name of Bobby Southworth at Pride 13th.
Nice, good reflexes. The corner, Dutch corner says she can also kick him in the head, and he's doing it right away.
He did it. Good job by Belfort to recover, and now in the open guard of Alistair Overeem.
And there we have the ankle socks again. Very smart. Now the guard is very tight. As long as he keeps his feet closed, then it should be okay.
Belfort, a four-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion. A Carlson Gracie senior Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Began training Jiu-Jitsu at 13. Was a champion by 16. Of course, Overeem's background, kickboxing and wrestling, started when he was 15. So both of these fighters very well schooled in their respective disciplines. And of course, in Pride Fighting Championships, you better know a little bit of each and every martial arts discipline in order to be successful.
You need to know everything here. Vitor was doing a good job there with going to the body first, but that high punch never came. But the body shots were good.
Since Overeem lost to Antonio Rogerio Nogueira in what was the best fight at Pride 29 Fists of Fire, he says that he has improved his training techniques by training harder and smarter for this fight. Still feels that he's under the radar in Pride Fighting Championships in this, his 7th appearance for the #1 mixed martial arts organization in the world.
Yeah, and all that at 24 years of age.
Definitely one of the future superstars here at Pride. And Belfort, only 28, has also had a decorated career, has had to endure trials and tribulations, and right now busy working in the guard of Overeem.
Yeah, I hear the corner of Overeem saying, don't go for that armbar. He wanted to go for an armbar because Vitor probably wants you to go for an armbar so he can escape and go to the side mount. So very good instructions here. Now, hit him with the heel on his back. Let's see if he's going to do that now. He's controlling the hands of Vitor Belfort. Nogueira, we see Nogueira doing that all the time too. There's a lot of options you got if you lock both hands up. Arm bars on both sides, of course, and yeah, everything is there. Triangle chokes.
You know, boss, the show is being billed as Total Elimination 2005. At this juncture, we might want to change it to Ground Control 2005.
Yeah. You know what? Tonight, all the fights have been very, I think the people have too much respect for each other, and they don't want to lose, so for sure they're going to get a place into the next round. So I think that's why maybe the people are a little bit tentative, so to say.
Overly cautious. But here we have Belfort continuing to work in the guard of Overeem. Overeem doing his best to try to avoid, although Belfort has the crossface there. And the referee bellowing out the instructions for action.
He has to watch out now. Yep. Alistair should drop his butt and then grab the legs and try to push Vitor on his back. Maybe Vitor felt it coming. And see a yellow card coming.
Yellow card to the demolition man, Alistair Overeem, met with incredulity in the Golden Glory corner.
Oh!
Nice right!
Hey!
You sound like you're at a Dutch soccer game there, boss.
I'm sitting here.
But a great combination there. The right hand followed by the right kick to the head by Overeem. And now he's in the open guard of the Brazilian Vitor Belfort.
Corner says, just get up.
Do you think Overeem should be doing a better job of exploiting his reach advantage right now, boss?
He should. What his corner tells him to do is just get up. If the guard is open, he says, get out of his guard. Stand up. You're better on the feet. Now the guard is closed, of course, but you think so this would be the moment.
That's Alistair Overeem's corner. You hear respond in unison to each and every strike delivered by the Demolition Man.
Yeah, that's why you heard me. So this is so typical Dutch. If you go to a Dutch Thai boxing contest, oh look, it's
similar to what happens in the Mecca of Muay Thai, Thailand. That's how they respond as well.
Everybody, wait!
Should they be bringing this back up to their feet, boss, even though Alistair Overeem has the presence of trying to work here, trying to create the distance, but really nothing is happening here on the ground?
Yeah, it would be great to get them back on their feet. Because it doesn't look like somebody's... That looks better there.
So sure it's not the sound effects that is making it look better, boss? Kind of like that movie effect?
Yeah, but you know.
No, he's doing a good job here of at least trying to stay busy, but again, Vitor Belfort on the bottom needs to get busier as well. And Alistair, even though he's striking, needs to improve his position, boss. He needs to pass that guard.
Or just step up.
Or step up, exactly.
At the moment he opens the guard, get up. That's good. Here. Now I think Vitor Belfort is going to get a yellow card.
And Belfort is issued that warning for passivity.
Oh, look at this. This could be the end here of the fight. Watch out for the elbow.
Belfort surviving that barrage, gets the takedown.
And he's got a good guillotine. That's one thing. He has a real good guillotine.
And he taps out. Vitor Belfort is forced to tap out in the first round. Alistair Overeem records the victory.
Wow, this is going to make a major impact on the whole tournament. I mean, this is unbelievable.
And boss, with only 24 seconds remaining in the opening round, 9 minutes and 36 seconds, Alistair Overeem submits Vitor Belfort, and it appeared that Belfort had secured the double leg takedown, but at the same time, Overeem was able to secure the guillotine choke. Pride Fighting Championships defeats the UFC here at Total Elimination 2005.
Okay, now Mauro, tell me, how many fights did Alistair win with a guillotine? Because that's many. Look at this. Ooh, that knee also came. Oh, yeah, that was trouble here for Vitor. Look at this. Hammering away, knee to the face.
Well, boss, in a submissions tournament in Europe, it was Alistair Overeem winning all 4 of his fights via guillotine choke.
And that's what I meant.
It's his submission bread and butter, and let's, boss, take us through here to the final few moments of this fight.
As you can see, he's got it perfectly. There's no arm in between. The only thing that Vitor could have done was cross-face Alistair and try to push himself away from him. But for the rest, he was locked.
There was that pressure going into this fight. Let's face it, they're fighting for themselves, of course, wanting to advance. But knowing that we had invited a representative from the UFC and Vitor Phenom, the Belfort, we thank him very much for participating in the tournament. But you know that Alistair Overeem is a very happy camper, boss, knowing that he doesn't have to deal with the promoters following this fight and that he won.
Yeah, and like I said before, what is this going to be doing for the... He knows everything for the whole tournament. Submissions, flying knees, punches, he's got it all, the whole package.
Well, the string of decisions is broken. Overeem, via guillotine choke, defeats Vitor Belfort and advances to Critical Countdown 2005, Friday, July 1st, on pay-per-view.
It should be an interesting fight. I think he doesn't have the knockout power. Anybody could knock anybody out, but he's not known for his knockout power. He's got some decent submissions that I think I can stay out of as well.
I want to show him in this fight if I have the power in my hands. He's a good fighter, a good wrestler, and he have a good boxer, but much better wrestling in the box. He's a dangerous fighter, especially in the ground. good knees. But I think my game is much better than him.
If I didn't think I'd win, I wouldn't be here. Every fight, I'm pretty much the same. I think I can beat anybody in the world.
And Henderson is a good fighter. He's have a good escape for submissions, but I will prove that he's wrong.
Arona, 180cm, 88.7kg.
Dan Henderson's 34, 6'1", 190 pounds, a record of 7-3 in Pride Fighting Championships. Antonio Rogerio Nogueira's 28, 6'2", 205 pounds, undefeated in Pride at 6-0. Boss Nogueira worked with one of Henderson's wrestling peers, Daryl Golar, in Brazil to prepare for this fight. Henderson, of course, a well-decorated wrestler, 1988 USA Junior Freestyle Champion, 1988 USA Junior Greco-Roman Champion. The list goes on and on. He definitely has the wrestling pedigree, and he definitely has a lethal right hand. On the other side, Nogueira, he's the total package in MMA.
He is, and he's got the reach advantage. Let's see if he can capitalize on that.
Henderson, again, it's been well stated, suffering the effects of the flu at Pride 29, Fist of Fire, and still pulling out the victory via split decision over Yuki Kondo. Meanwhile, at Fist of Fire, Pride 29, it was Nogueira beating Alistair Overeem, who's already advanced in this tournament.
Well, there's the typical right hand that we saw from Dan. What he does, he looks down when he throws it. First of all, you want to keep your eyes on your opponent, but on the other side, the opponent might think it's a low punch, and he puts his defense a little down, and then the right hook goes over the top.
Talk about respect. Henderson feels that Rogerio's hands may be better than Rodrigo, his heavyweight twin brother.
Whoa, yep, now here we go, the brawl.
And Henderson did tag Nogueira with the right hand, and you see Nogueira able to absorb the shot. The Nogueira twins, just really genetic freaks, boss.
Yes, they are. They're like, the tendons are double the size, I heard. Somebody telling me one time. I want to see if Dan is going to get this takedown here. Whoop, nice. Look at that, he reversed it. Goes right away to the mount. Oh, look at the Rogerio. Whoa, that is nice work here.
Nogueira trying to turn the tables. Henderson still trying to balance and maintain position.
He got one arm there with his legs. Very nice here.
Members of Team Quest in the corner, yelling instructions to Dan Henderson, telling him to scramble up. Now it's Nogueira in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu butt scoop position, and Henderson. And you can see that Nogueira already leaking from the nose as well, boss.
Yep. So they're going to wipe it out a little bit. Nothing serious.
Against tournament competitors, Nogueira is 1-0 against Overeem, who we've just mentioned, submitted Vitor Belfort's on his way to the second round. He's 2-0 against Kazuhiro Nakamura, who beat Kevin Randleman earlier tonight. And he's 1-0 against Kazushi Sakuraba, who will be taking on the debuting judoka. There's his twin brother, Rodrigo, looking on with vested interest.
Whoa, yes. And those hands look good here from Rogerio.
Little dirty boxing here now by Henderson as he goes for the body lock. It's got the over and under hooks now, though, boss. Wants to maybe move it to the body lock where he could definitely execute one of his patented takedowns.
Oh, yeah. Corner says the knee is tied in his leg. But actually, Rogerio hears it, and he's doing it.
Henderson also has a great record against fellow participants in this tournament, defeating Kazuhiro Nakamura. When Nakamura suffered a shoulder injury at Pride 28 High Octane, he beat Yuki Kondo via split decision at Shockwave. As we mentioned, and
Ooh, looks here, yep, that was a low blow.
And, of course, that Kondo win was at Pride 29, as we mentioned. But he also gave, of course, the defending champion of the tournament and the Pride World Middleweight champion, Wanderlei Silva, all he could handle at Pride 12.
You really need to take your time after a knee or a kick, whatever you're going to get in the bill, so to say.
Momentarily saw a glimpse of the victorious Ricardo Arona, who's also advanced to critical countdown.
Wow. What an action here. Who's going to connect? Nice knee there from Dan Henderson. He's holding his head. Hey, I saw somebody doing that one time in a fight. Multiple times. A bold guy. Okay, both on the feet again. But Dan Henderson was right. Rogerio looks good.
Nice right hand, but he's met right away. Good counter punching here by Nogueira. Henderson now attacking him with a knee, and now they're just unloading the bullets here, boss.
It's a wild fight.
Good job pummeling there by Nogueira.
It looks like Nogueira has this
nice.
small little cut above his right eye.
He already connected with the uppercut, did Henderson in his corner. Implores him to continue to do it. Goes in for the shoot. Nice defense here being exhibited by Nogueira, and he's okay with falling down to the guard. You know that.
Oh, yeah. Brazilian top team, the Nogueira brothers. Yep. They love it to go to the ground. Right away, you see he's going to go for the reverse figure four. But the corner here from Team Quest already says, don't let him hold that hand, because that's danger. Look, strike the pass from Apalata coming up. But for some reason, we saw his older brother doing this to Dan Henderson a couple of times and then just escaped. So let's see if he can pull it up one more time. Look at this.
Henderson stepping across Nogueira's body and escapes the shoulder lock, known as the omoplata. That'll be interesting if he maybe could extend the right leg of Nogueira, but Nogueira doing a good job now of popping up. Still in danger of maybe getting caught there.
Yeah, he has to watch out for that arm, especially now.
Not a
very good
escape there by Henderson.
There's no surprise here that Henderson is just an escape artist.
And really, his gas tank never seems to empty. His ground and pound is solid. He likes to bring someone down and keep them there, as you can see here now. We've passed the midway point of round number one. Henderson looking for a stomp, blocked effectively by Nogueira.
You know, and even then, I have to say, looks tired. And it's crazy. But you know, the thing with Dan is, he can be dead falling on the ground, and then suddenly he wakes up again and he goes again. It's he refuels actually within seconds.
We're in the Osaka Dome in Japan. A huge crowd in attendance watching the first round of the Pride Middleweight Tournament. Total Elimination 2005. Mauro Ranallo alongside El Guapo Boss Rutan.
Wow. You saw Dan there resting with his hands on his knees. That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign.
Nogueira tries a combination. Couple of right hands missing, and yeah, it does look like Henderson. And we've just finished saying gas tank never seems to be empty. We saw it because of the flu at Pride 29. He has been congested during his stay in Osaka, but again, never one to use an excuse. Henderson knows what is at stake, and now at close quarters with the Brazilian top team member Nogueira.
A right knee to the body would be a very good thing for Dan Henderson now to do.
Why are we seeing, boss, more tonight than in other Pride events? A lot of fighters take their opponent to the corner and really just stay there. Don't do anything. Is that, again, because of the fatigue factor? There's a strange theme that is developing here tonight, my friend.
Yeah, it's like I said before, you know, it's almost like there's too much respect for each other and nobody wants to make a mistake so that the opponent can capitalize on it so they cannot go to the next round. And that makes the fight a little bit more boring, of course.
And that's what, there's that danger, boss. You're right. We put together the best 16-man field in MMA history. And maybe, again, you're right. The respect factor, this is the first time this tournament has been so deep. And right now, though, it's great takedown defense exhibited by Nogueira.
Yeah, Nogueira right away wanted to go for the guillotine there. That's why Dan gave it up. Jumps on his back into the side mount now here. Nogueira. This is not good. There he's looking already.
Yeah, I'll go to work, looking for the Kimura.
Yep.
Or even perhaps switching his hips, swiveling his hips and going for the armbar.
There you go, buddy boy. Now it's going to be dangerous. Now this is going to be dangerous for Dan. He's got to get out. He's got to get out.
He's fully extended and Henderson is forced to tap. Antonio Rogerio Nogueira. Beautifully executed armbar submission, and Nogueira is on his way to the Elite 8 in July at 8 minutes and 5 seconds of the opening round. A slick armbar submission victory for Rogerio Nogueira, boss.
Man, the setup was beautiful, going for reverse figure four, and then right away he went for the straight armbar. You saw it coming, mister. Great work from Nogueira, and also on his feet, like you said before, Dan Henderson, he respected Nogueira's striking skills, and you saw that Nogueira was just better on his feet than Dan Henderson was. Dan got tired real fast for some reason, I don't know why, but like after the first punching exchange, when the referee tried to put him back on the feet, when he put him back on the feet, he was already looking tired. And there we have it, of course, straight armbar, always cross your feet there like Nogueira does, so they can never push the leg off the head and escape.
Antonio Rogerio Nogueira, during our interview, said he was very confident he can make it all the way to the final. He has moved one step closer with what you see right there on your screen, a textbook armbar submission victory over Dan Henderson. Rogerio Nogueira, jubilant and exultated here tonight, boss. Let's take a look one more time.
Yeah, what can you say? It's like Dan looked tired. Maybe, he just had no defense for this. It's, what can you say? That's something going on tonight.
Well, after 3 decision victories, we are been met with 2 submission victories in a row, and let's see what happens when we return, because it is going to be the Japanese legend Kazushi Sakuraba in action as you see members of Brazilian top team celebrating. You're watching Total Elimination 2005 from the Osaka Dome in Japan. Yoon Dong-Sik is 33, 6'1", 198 pounds, making his debut in Pride. Kazushi Sakuraba is 35, 6 feet tall, 191 pounds, 15-7-1 in Pride Fighting Championships. And joining us for this matchup, doing guest commentary, the latest signing to Pride Fighting Championships from Las Vegas via the Big Apple, the New York badass, Phil Peroni has come to Pride.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's great to be here. Great to be here. I'm real excited, and I just want to get into this fight and have a good time.
Party on, man. Let's see this fight. What do you think about Sakuraba and his opponent? Never fought a mixed martial arts event. What do you think is going to happen, Phil?
I think Sakuraba will win by knockout. I predict the knockout, believe it or not, from Sakuraba.
Yeah, I expect something really crazy, maybe a back fist. All right, look at this. Like a back kick to the body when he dropped Vitor Belfort like that.
Yoon Dong-Sik, known as the Japanese killer in judo, beating the likes of Pride veteran Makoto Takamoto, the Sydney silver medalist in judo. We saw him at Shockwave. He's also beaten Toshihiko Koga, Barcelona Olympics gold medalist, and Yuta Yazaki. And now he's taking it to Sakuraba. Sakuraba, Phil misses with the wild right uppercut.
Yes, he's charging Sakuraba. There's Sakuraba goes letting his hands go.
And there we go.
And he's hurt. And see, that's what happens when you never fought mixed martial arts before. And exactly as I predicted, a knockout from Sakuraba. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to be predicting a lot, and that's going to be me knocking some dudes out in Pride.
An ostentatious debut for Phil Baroni as a commentator here in Pride, predicting the knockout, Boss Moon, and delivering the goods at only 38 seconds of the opening round. Kazushi Sakuraba eliminates Yoon Dong-Sik.
You know what? I think this fight was way too short. I think that we need Phil at least for one more fight, right?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, sounds good to you.
Yeah, real good. And the perfect fight. I'm psyched for this fight. Quinton, my boy, Rampage Jackson, taking on another shoebox guy. So it's going to be a great fight. That's the fight I wanted to see. And I'm excited to announce that fight with you guys for sure.
Party on, man.
And delivering guaranteed excitement was Kazushi Sakuraba, the Japanese MMA legend, making short work of Yoon Dong-Sik, and Sakuraba advances to critical countdown on pay-per-view.
See, Yoon pork fried rice, whatever his name is there, the way it goes is, it looks easier on TV. That's what I explain to people. You know, he's a silver medalist or whatever, and it looks easy on TV. Everybody wants to be a fighter, but once you get cracked in the face, it's all out the window.
A fighter has only one chance to not only prove to the world, but himself, that he is the best. And Pride Fighting Championships gives them that chance.
Managing to land those lefts. Yes, he's got some good lefts.
See the best young fighters in the world as they compete to make it to the top of the fight game.
He's along the rope, and he's got unbelievable.
Bushido 7 from Pride Fighting Championships. Premiering June 3rd on pay-per-view.
My last fight, man, it was that. My last fight. It'll probably in the future, probably see some more bad fights out of me and say, oh, he ain't the same anymore. You know, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? A fight is a fight. And, you know what I'm saying? I made some mistake in cutting weight and stuff like that, and I was dehydrated. You know what I'm saying? I always got excuses for everything. All you gotta do, you know what I'm saying, just email me or call me or something. I'll tell you. Don't talk bad about me. You know what I'm saying? It'll be okay. You know, I wasn't myself in my last fight. You know, and I was lucky that it was a short notice fight for Ninja as well, or he would have, you know what I'm saying, kicked my butt a little harder. You know, but it's all good this time though.
I think it's going to be a very hard fight, but I'm really well prepared to fight both standing and also on the ground. I've trained a lot of Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu on the ground, and I think it's a good chance to represent Brazil and my academy.
If I was in Shogun's corner and he was getting ready to fight me, I would say, hey, that guy's unstable, man. You know what I'm saying? Be careful, because you don't know what he gonna do. He might do anything. Hell, he don't even know what he's gonna do. So be careful, man. That guy's unstable. Be on your P's and Q's.
I'm not worried about it, because I'm very well prepared.
Shogun has no chance to beat me. I don't want to say that then something happened, I tripped on my big toe and go out there and fall on my face, then he jump, you know what I'm saying, jump and do the little foot stomp on the back of my head. You know, anything happened, but, you know what I'm saying, no, he can't hang with me. If I come in 100% and Shogun come in 100%, man, I don't think he'll get out the first round. I don't think he can get out the first 5 minutes, man. Shogun be lucky if he get out the first 5 minutes with me.
I think it's going to be a very good fight, but I will knock him out in the very first round.
Mauricio Shogun is 23, 5'10", 205 pounds, an unblemished record in Pride at 4-0. Quinton Rampage Jackson, 26, 6'1", 205 pounds, 10-4 in Pride Fighting Championships. And again, joining us for guest commentary, Pride's latest signing, the New York badass, Phil Baroni.
Now, this is such an important fight for Quinton. He needs to win this fight. I mean, if he doesn't win this fight, it's going to be very difficult for him.
Equally important for Mauricio Shogun, as he has revenge on his mind. He felt that his brother was robbed the last time at Pride 29 Fists of Fire, and we are almost getting ready here. Final instructions. The referee calls for the bell, and Phil and Boss, this should be a war.
Wow, he came out hard.
Through a hard 1-2.
Yep.
A hard 1-2.
And he hit him.
See, Rampage got to get off first on the feet. I like Rampage a lot better when he's working his jab and getting off the way he did against Chuck Liddell. When he goes into that counter-punching type of defense that he did the last time he fought Wanderlei, you know, he's waiting too much. He's got to get off first, especially against this kid.
Yeah, you cannot let him get into his own game, because if you do that, Mauricio will be all over you. And once you go to the ground, he's got the kicks to the legs, to everywhere.
And his confidence will grow. You know, he'll gain confidence. You got to take him out of the fight right away. Show him he doesn't belong in the ring with you.
Shogun has proven to be a Pride prodigy thus far. All 4 of his fights ending in knockout. And here he is, his toughest test to date against Pride veteran Quinton Rampage Jackson.
And there's the jab. That's what he's got to use. He's got to get that jab, not worry about the low blow. He's got a cup on and get to that jab.
Misses with the wild right.
Good check. You should double that jab now. So you don't wait.
Whoop. Tie clinch and the patented knees from the shootbox veteran.
That one was close to the chin. So was that one.
Quinton should get out. He should get out. He should go to the side. This is very dangerous. Come on, he lost 2 fights like this.
Yeah, you would think he would work on the defense.
Yeah, whoa! I think
the knees have already rattled Rampage Jackson, who's along the ropes.
He's in trouble. He's definitely hurt. Something hurt him. It might have been a knee to the chin. It might actually land on the chin. He's hurt. He's doing the right thing here, getting his head, though.
Yep, he needs to lock his hands. Whoa, no. Does he have a double underhook? No. One-on-one.
He's in the over-under. All right, he should get his head together. He should get it out of his butt. That's what he should do right now.
Shogun said he would keep the fight standing, uses Muay Thai skills. We've already seen that. He's undefeated in Muay Thai, 10-0, and really so far taking the fight to Rampage, Phil.
Yeah, he's taking it to him. Rampage is letting him get off first, kind of the way Kevin was in his fight earlier tonight. He's got to get off first. Right here, he's got to use that overhook to dig his right arm underhooking. He's got to pull him forward to straighten him out and face him. Now he's digging the underhook.
And Mauricio is doing a good job here with the knees to the thighs of Quinton Jackson. And let me tell you, you do not want to have too many of those knees, because you can't walk anymore. Once you can't walk, it's going to be a problem in fighting.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be immobile with this guy on top of you.
Rampage is the wrestling veteran here, Phil. What does he have to do now to turn the tables with Shogun having him hemmed along the ropes?
He's got to dig his right underhook deeper and use it, jack it up. He's definitely got to jack up that right underhook. You see Shogun with his head on the left side. He's got to jack it up, get his head back towards the middle. Rampage got to put his head on that side and get his forehead in his ear. If he had his forehead in his ear, he'd have control of that tile.
Okay, now Quinton looks a little bit like you said. He's waiting. Oh, no.
He's tired or hurt or something. He doesn't look right. He doesn't look himself. He's looking to the referee.
And there's a takedown by Shogun, and he'll try to pass the guard right away. Right now, caught in the open half guard. And Phil, that seems to be the theme tonight. What is your take on what's transpired in this? The deepest talent pool in MMA history, but so far not really going according to plan.
I'll tell you what it is. All these guys are in the same situation I was in my last fight. They're trying not to lose rather than win. There's so much at stake. They're trying so hard to not lose.
Big knee by Shogun.
And Shogun is just going for it. That's the difference right here. Man, I think Rampage might be hurt to the body or something. He's hurt to the body. Yep. He's hurt to the body. Shogun recognizes it and goes for the kill with a big left hook to the liver.
You know, you mentioned it, Phil, that Shogun has a lot going for him. He saw Silva, his teammate, beat Jackson twice. He, of course, is trying to avenge his brother's loss in Jackson's last fight, and so far he is making him pay.
Yeah, all that is out the window, man. He's fighting for himself right now, I'll tell you that much. And he smells blood, and he's going for it. That's the bottom line. He's going for it. He's got nothing to lose. He's a huge dog in this fight, and he's letting his hands go, and he's going for the fight.
And, boss, you saw the look on Quinton's face, the last knee, the wincing, and now he's shouting out something to his corner. He's in pain.
Yeah, his rib is hurt, man. I saw it. He's got to just go for it, man. He's got to throw. He's got to let his hands go.
An uppercut hurt him. Not good.
Man, they say, man, there's a thing that says when you get knocked out once, it's easy to get knocked out each time.
Muay Thai master Shogun absolutely decimating Quinton Rampage Jackson in the first round. The youngest competitor is really taking it to the Pride veteran.
You know, you see Quinton, he's got a heart of a lion, will not go down, but this is not good. This is not good. Yeah, this is the end of the fight. Oh.
Mauricio Shogun has just electrified the crowd and perhaps shocked Many MMA fans.
Shocked me.
Remains unbeaten.
Shogun's for real, and he has arrived. Man, there's no Americans in the tournament. I can't believe it. You know, we shut the door on that right there. You know, he's definitely hurt. He definitely has a hurt rib. Who knows if he had it earlier coming into the fight or re-injured it. You know, had it in training and maybe it got better, or maybe he was hurt the whole time. But
4 minutes and 47 seconds filled by referee stoppage, technical knockout. Mauricio Shogun, you guys, has got to be considered a big threat now in this tournament, even though the one they're all chasing is his teammate and really his blood brother, let's face it, Wanderlei Silva.
Yeah, he's a threat. He's a threat.
Look
at crazy. He's crazy. He's off the hook. He's just letting it go. He just went for it. That was the difference between him and everybody else tonight. He had nothing to lose. And he just went for it. He let his hands go. He opened up, basically. Opened up is the word that we're looking for. And fought a fight. Fought to win, fought for the knockout.
Fifth time we've seen him, boss. He really followed the shootbox game plan to a T. Meanwhile, Rampage unable to get off the launch pad.
Yeah, you know what? I cannot believe this, because if you lose a couple of times in the same manner, you got to find a defense for this. Like those knees, if that's your weak point, you got to train. You got to train for that and reverse the situation.
Yeah, all right, we want to thank Sorry Phil. We want to thank the New York Badass Phil Baroni for joining us. Look forward to seeing you in the ring. And Total Elimination 2005 continues. The main event is coming up.
Yes, I'm very confident about my victory, and I'm very prepared for this tournament. I've been training with my team, and I feel there's no problem with winning it again. It's not just to fight and win, but also to show a great fight for the fans. I want him to be very prepared for this fight, because I'm going to win it again with a KO and show a great fight.
Wanderlei, the ex-murderer, Silva's 28, 5'11", 205 pounds, 18, 1-1-1 in pride. Hidehiko Yoshida's 35, 5'11", 205 pounds, 3-2, 1-1 in Pride Fighting Championships. Boss Rutan, Wanderlei Silva's gone on record as saying he will win every fight in this tournament by knockout.
Wow, what a statement. Now look at him. He lost some weight even. He's in a phenomenal shape, like he's never in a good shape, you know. I mean, he'll never slow down.
A typical stare down involving Silva and Yoshida. The electricity, the atmosphere here in the Osaka Dome is unbelievable. The over 45,000 await this battle.
Wow. There we go. No, that's not where you want to be with Yoshida. You have to watch out. That is still good. But you see already it's very difficult to pull your arm out when somebody wraps a gi around you. And here we go. Now he's locking it all the way up. But you know what? If there's no movement, the referee will put him back on their feet. And I don't think that Yoshida wants Wanderlei let him go, because then something nasty is going to happen.
Yeah, right now this is exactly where Yoshida wants to be in terms of just keeping Silva in the tight guard position, trying to just keep him at close quarters there, and maybe even trying for that the gi choke there from underneath, boss.
Yeah, but there's nothing right now. Let me see. Yeah, not that I can see of. It looks like he wants to try to push his fist maybe on the side of Wanderlei's and cut off one artery, and then with the biceps you're going to cut off the other artery, kind of like a side choke, but you do it with your fist. We saw it before in the first fight, I believe. But no, if it stays like this, they're going to get restarted.
The fans here at the Osaka Dome already very pleased by the events tonight, as already Kazushi Sakuraba and Kazuhiro Nakamura have advanced to the second round.
And here you see Wanderlei already cross-facing Yoshida, which is a very smart thing to do, because if you cross-face him, you pull yourself back. He has to let go, because otherwise the more he holds him, the more pressure he will have on his own neck.
Silva's trained a lot on the ground with Cristiano Marcelo and Nino Schembri of Shootbox because he knows that this is where Yoshida will want to take the fight, but now the referee has issued a yellow card. Senior official Yuji Shimada to Hidehiko Yoshida for passivity, and this is exactly where the champion wants to have this fight take place.
And now he knows, don't close the distance anymore. Too fast. You don't want to be up close with Yoshida. Just outward front kick, long straight punches. And then once he hits, connects, then go with the hooks. Oh!
You know, Silva's official weight is 205 pounds, but boss, you're right at the weigh-in. He weighed in at 200 pounds, and here's the slugfest the fans at the Osaka Dome have been waiting for.
Who is going to connect first? It looks like that almost. Look, Yoshida's smiling.
And give credit to Yoshida not backing down an inch from one of the most dangerous men in the world, Wanderlei Silva, the axe murderer.
Oh, like 5 of those low kicks will do the trick too. Nice takedown defense here. Actually, hey, Wanderlei has hair. This is the first time we've seen him with hair. So do you think he's like aerodynamic?
Yoshida hobbled by injuries in his career, coming off a loss to Roland Gardner at Shockwave where he broke his foot, but nothing was going to stop him from participating in this matchup, wanting revenge against Silva for what was one of the most memorable battles in Pride history, which took place in the semifinals of the 2003 middleweight tournament. And now it's the main event of this, the first round of the 2005 middleweight tourney.
You see that Wanderlei really respects his opponent. He takes his time. But you know what? Once he connects, he will keep going and he won't stop.
Oh! He rocked.
That was on the chest.
Yoshida with that one, and Yoshida backs up. But you're right, another methodical performance here by Wanderlei Silva. It's all about controlled aggression, isn't it, boss?
That's what it is. You want to be totally relaxed. You only want to use power at the moment you need it.
Ooh. Overhand right by Yoshida. Goes for the takedown, but again, beautiful defense exhibited by Silva. Even lands a couple of knees, boss.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Look at this!
Wow!
Yeah, that's what I told you. You do not want to clinch with Yoshida. He's got the gi. There's a lot of grip, you know. He doesn't slide up.
This is where he likes to be to pull off that Ezekiel choke. And now he's in the half guard. The fans here responding to what is taking place, firmly behind their Japanese hero, Hidehiko Yoshida.
Wanderlei better make sure that he keeps that leg. Do not let Yoshida go to the side mount or mount.
Remember the last time we saw Wanderlei Silva, boss, at Shockwave, losing a very close contest to the much bigger Mark Hunt, but we know, we've seen it before with the likes of Quinton Jackson. Did that play any kind of a psychological role to our champion?
Oh yes, because, you know, Yoshida, he beat Mark Hunt with an armbar. So he probably has that in the back of his mind. This is bad. This is not good. Not
Side looking for the scarf position. Yoshida, so far, neutralizing Wanderlei Silva on the ground.
He's raining the punches down. There's not one connects. See, he's totally cool. Nothing happened. But I'm telling you, man, the gi. Whoa, look at this.
Silva got back up to his feet now. Knees by Yoshida.
Isn't it like a reverse picture normally we see?
For sure.
Randleman go with the knees.
Although this is not really reverse, boss, from their 2003 matchup, because in the opening round, Yoshida was doing exactly similar things to Silva.
Yep. And there he snooped in a little right hook, and that was a good hook.
And Yoshida seems to be enjoying himself, boss. He's smiling.
Wow. Yeah, we said it the first time when we saw Yoshida, man, he's got some talent, and it is. He's got some talent. When he lost against Royce, he was beat up. This is not good.
Again, boss, unfamiliar territory for Wanderlei Silva to a degree. What is it that is happening so far in this first round? What is giving Yoshida this momentum and the advantage? What is he doing right against the champion?
He's closing the distance. You know, when we see Wanderlei always, what he does is the inside leg trip for the opponent to take him down, but you don't want to do this with Yoshida because his upper body throws are phenomenal. You know, I mean, he's a gold medalist. Come on, you don't want to take any chances with him.
And let's do it again, boss. Yoshida's a big 205 pounds. Silva, a small 205 pounds. Is that playing a role thus far?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, when I say big, I'm talking bone structure. Obviously, Silva's a physical specimen and a powerhouse. But in terms of the size, Yoshida is a bigger person.
Yep. But I don't look at those punches.
Nice left hand through the guard.
Good punches too, solid. Very solid.
And it looks like fatigue is playing a factor already with the Pride middleweight world champion, Wanderlei Silva. Yoshida has done a tremendous job and hits the opening round. Total Elimination 2005. Got off to a bit of a slow start, but boss, the second half of this show has proven to definitely be what we anticipated, a tremendous event, and this matchup already delivering the goods in this, the first round.
You know what? He has an open guard, Wanderlei. Yoshida should try to pass that guard. Look at this.
Striking prowess from Hidehiko Yoshida.
Wow, what can you say here, man? It's the one who's going to make a mistake is the one who's going to lose here. You watch. But you know what? Wanderlei is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He trained with the gi. He knows what can happen with the gi. Come on. But the open guard, why doesn't he go to the sideline? You know what? As it looks now, right now, Yoshida is winning this round. And
no doubt about that, Boss Rudin.
Look at the knees.
Now the knees delivered from Silva from the bottom. A little tit for tat, and we are in the midst of a battle here at Total Elimination 2005. Yoshida and Silva giving it all.
Here we go, armbar. He's going to armbar Yoshida. And now the gi's going to work against Yoshida. If he's going to pull this one off, wow. He's got to explode out everything he has right now.
A minute and a half remains in the first round.
Why did he let it go? This is the second time I see Wanderlei Silva doing. He had Sakuraba in an armbar, and he let him go. Why did he let him go now?
Is it just a case of where he feels he doesn't want to expend the energy if it's not going to deliver the desired result?
It probably is. It probably is. But still, you know, if you lay in an armbar position, you're not wasting a lot of energy.
Again, maybe the respect factor becomes a part of it again, boss. Knowing he's in there with the 1992 Olympic gold medalist in judo. And we are into the final minute of this opening round again, and he's going for it, trying to hook the head with his leg.
No, the elbow's out already. The elbow is out. See? No, there's no armbar there. But this, look at this.
Oh, Yoshida picks up Silva and slams him.
Half a rampage then. Look at those punches. He's got power behind his punches. It's
15 seconds remain, and fans of Hidehiko Yoshida could not have asked for a better opening 10 minutes from their fighter, boss.
Yep.
But now, Silva, again with a takedown defense. But time is going to run out. Silva looking for stop, and Yoshida saved by the bell.
Yep. Whoa, Yoshida. Very good. He is doing very good. Yeah, Wanderlei needs to step it up because this round, hey, it's all Yoshida. And there we go, replay. Whoop. They're trading punches. You see Yoshida squeezing his eyes. You shouldn't do that. That's better what he's doing now. He keeps him open and he can counter. We see Wanderlei here in the corner. From our side, you people at home can't see that. Look at this beautiful throw
by Yoshida. Beautifully executed.
So what I wanted to say, Wanderlei looks kind of tired from my point of view here. Let's see if you guys at home also going to take a look at that.
Unbelievable. We're used to seeing the guy on the bottom do what the guy on top has been doing. Wanderlei Silva. And there is some concern in the shoot box corner.
Yep. Wow. Look at those knees from the bottom. That was pretty slick, though. That armbar, he should have extended as fast as most. He should have thrown all his power out in this one. because the elbow is still in. He could have caught him. Look at Yoshida going.
A very entertaining opening round. Yoshida in the rematch trying to exact revenge against Silva. And really, boss, this is how it started back in 2003. But you can never discount the champion. And with 2 5-minute rounds remaining, we will wait and see who will emerge victorious and round out the Elite 8, who will make their way to Critical Countdown 2005 on Friday, July 1st.
You know what? Wanderlei has been in tough situations and been very tired, and everybody thought, okay, could this be the end? And then he comes back, boom, right away. So don't give up here.
And you can see the face of Yoshida. It's not like he wasn't marked in that round. I mean, Silva did hurt him as well.
Oh, yeah. The way Yoshida moved to the right looks like he's tired too. It's kind of dragging, you see.
Is it just me, boss, or does Silva really look a lot smaller?
Yeah, no, it is, because normally his shoulders are huge. Everything. Wow. And this time, Yoshida last time said that he didn't know that that was the end of the fight. He thought it was 3 rounds instead of 2, but this time it's
there
going
are
to be 3 rounds.
So no excuses for Yoshida. Silva able to get through Yoshida's guard. But man, you can tell that Silva definitely respects Yoshida. Yoshida earning the respect in the opening 10 minutes, and now Yoshida playing some games there, kind of with the wind-up of his right wrist.
Yeah, the thing that Wanderlei doesn't want to do anymore is close the distance. Use front kicks. That's what I said. You know, long straight punches. No. Not good. Wow, yeah.
And there you see Yoshida now grabbing his right gi sleeve, boss, and you know his mind is working overtime here.
Very difficult to break this grip, but that's going to get another yellow card. It's going to result in another yellow card if you keep holding him like that.
Now Silva trying to assert himself from the guard.
You see Yoshida's trapping his arm. He's going to probably go for an arm or a triangle he wanted to go. See, he tried to pass his arm. But you see, every time when he wraps an arm around you with the gi, you don't really have to grab with your hand. The gi is holding the hand, the whole arm.
So really, in this fight, I mean, thus far what we've seen, it hasn't really played that much of a factor. But obviously, Yoshida, the judoka, wearing the gi. How can Silva take advantage of the gi, boss, right now?
Yeah, that's a difficult question, because Yoshida is doing everything perfect, what he needs to do. And you see him still trapping that arm.
Yeah, but we do see Silva getting more aggressive now, becoming more busy with his strikes.
Yeah, but still Yoshida trapped his arm. He cannot really create distance in order to strike real powerful.
But you're right, also Yoshida, if he's not careful, may receive another yellow card here, because he's not really trying to escape. He's just trying to neutralize Silva, not trying to sweep or scramble. So he'll have to be careful.
Wow.
And the referee, as we say, that asks for action.
Yeah, Silva also needs to try to work, but you see, again, I'm repeating myself, but you guys, you know, it's so difficult to pull an arm out if somebody wraps a gi around it.
But they do have to work on bettering their position. And you can hear Rafael Cordeiro in the corner for Shootbox, yelling out instructions in Portuguese to Wanderlei Silva. Now he's on his feet, boss.
Those were 2 real good shots. Oh, he's going to try to pass the arm maybe again. Is he looking for an armbar, a triangle? You don't know.
Pride fights, of course, adjudicated as a total fight. But here in the second round, while it has been a closer round, Wanderlei Silva maybe with the slight edge, but boss, it's definitely slowed down a bit.
Yep, but Wanderlei now, you know, he seems to find the key to success.
Patented Silva stop, though, but sending that warning to Hidehiko Yoshida. Whoa, it looked like he was setting him up for a triangular, and
yeah,
the fans responded.
It needs one little mistake. That's what it all needs. Nice elbow to enter the midsection. That's what you need to do. If your opponent gets tired, tag the body. Once he gets hurt there, you start defending it. That's when you go for the head.
In a weird way here, boss, this has almost been a rest round for Hidehiko Yoshida, who's found himself on the bottom with the guard. But, I mean, really, this almost could serve him well in the third and final round as we are into the final 15 seconds of round 2. For him to be as explosive as ever, as he's neutralized Wanderlei Silva in his guard.
Wanderlei better do something really bad in this round. Now, 5 seconds, no, that's not going to happen. But in the third round, in the final round, because otherwise he might even lose this match.
This is still anybody's fight. The main event of Total Elimination 2005, Hidehiko Yoshida and Wanderlei Silva, who will be the final fighter to advance to Critical Countdown in 5 minutes or less. We will know.
Now, here we go again. Wanderlei slugging it out to the head. This he should have done more. Yeah, now look at those stomp. And I want to see those 2 shots, the left straight and the right straight. Whoa. You see Yoshida right away grabs the leg. Yeah. Whoa, if that would have been a hit.
Woo. 5 minutes left, boss. Yoshida, what does he have to do? Silva, what does he have to do? You're on the spot, El Guapo.
Okay, now what he needs to do, Yoshida, is do the same thing what he did now, but then make sure that he ends on top and then just unload or go for a submission. If he does that, he might get the victory.
Over 45,000 in attendance here at the Osaka Dome, being treated to a very memorable fight thus far between Silva and Hidehiko Yoshida.
Last round, but you know what? Look at Wanderlei. Now he's in shape. You see, it's like he's got his second win. He's standing. He wants to go.
And of course, the second round of this Pride Middleweight Tournament is coming up Friday, July the 1st. Critical Countdown 2005. On pay-per-view, will it be Yoshida or Silva who finish off the Elite 8 tonight? In the crowd, you can hear it, boss. There's a buzz in the Osaka Dome. They know they should be in for a very exciting finale.
Can Wanderlei pull this one off now here?
What match in Wanderlei's career, boss, if you can, does this remind you of thus far?
Yeah, the last time he fought Yoshida.
And how about when he fought Dan Henderson? And how you know this is similar to the fight I watched with Henderson as well. That Wanderlei Silva right now is not in total control, not where he's used to being.
Yep. And what he needs to do more is those low kicks. He needs to throw those low kicks non-stop. Set him up though, because otherwise Yoshida's going to take a shot. Simple left hook, right low kick. And that you can do too, but follow it up with the right straight.
You know what? If there was ever one occasion tonight where we really don't want to see it go to the judges' scorecards, it is this one. And I think Yoshida and Silva need to be aware of that, because right now Yoshida, again, kind of backing off, not really being as aggressive as we saw him in the first half of the fight.
Yeah, he needs to go for the legs. That's, I think, is the key for victory. For Wanderlei Silva, he needs to attack the legs more. Low kicks.
Well, that goes for both fighters, because even Silva, I mean, this fight is not in the bag.
No. It's absolutely not in the bag.
No, and that's what I'm saying. But yet, look at this. You know, we got this standoff going on where...
Yeah, but that's what... If he throws the right low kick and every time it's a hit, so keep throwing it. Hey, it works. Exactly. Why don't you keep throwing it?
Now Silva stalks Yoshida. Nice combination. Met with a round of applause from the shoot box corner.
He's got to go. Wanderlei's got to turn it up a notch. Yoshida's tired. You need to use that. Right low kick. Yoshida should just... I would run in as hard as I could. and just take the risk and grab him, and then take him down.
Boss, there's 3 minutes left in this fight. I mean, are you beginning to wrap yourself around the ramifications of what could be transpiring here tonight? That the Pride World Middleweight Champion and defending 2003 Tournament Champion may be in jeopardy here.
You know what? It's very possible that Yoshida can win this fight, but you know what? Vanderlei actually is winning this round, I have to say.
Yeah, he's doing a better job for sure. But
nice left there. He walked right on his jab. It was a stiff jab. Yep, here we go.
He's now beginning to unload with his hands and showing his fighting skills.
There we go. Whoop. Yoshida should close the distance. He should grab him. Don't play this game with Vanderlei.
And regardless of the outcome of this fight, we saw Silva fight Sakuraba 3 times. I don't know if many fans would argue or feel badly if these two didn't hook it up again, boss. I think that would warrant it after a matchup like this tonight.
Yeah, but because Yoshida's punching is so improved, he should go for the low kicks, another low kick, and then make a high kick. But like Yoshida is blocking it with his hands. You see?
Yeah, like we saw in the first matchup, though, Yoshida, he's becoming too defensive here, boss. I mean, he has to become more aggressive if he wants to upset the champion.
Yep, the only thing he needs to do now, Yoshida's expecting another low kick, is give it a high kick. As hard as he can. Keep looking at his legs and then just kick high. But keep your eyes on his legs.
Now the Brazilian Silva beginning to pick apart Hidehiko Yoshida.
He needs to because he's got 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Oh, look at Yoshida coming back.
His striking has improved exponentially, boss, and he has really earned the respect of his opponent tonight.
Low kicks. 1 minute, that's it.
The final 60 seconds. And we hope to see a very memorable final minute here between Yoshida and Silva.
There we go.
There's the axe stomp by Silva. And now Yoshida drops his foot.
I'm telling you, but there's no leg lock there. Wait, the toe hold?
Yes.
No, there's nothing there, Nothing there. He should climb on top.
The fans rising to their feet here in the Osaka Dome.
Look at this.
Now a guillotine choke attempt.
Whoa.
You wanted a thrilling finish to Total Elimination 2005. You are getting it here in this battle between Yoshida and Silva.
20 seconds. There's nothing going on. He's motioning to the ref. He says, no problem. There's
15 seconds left. But is this enough, boss? Are we in for an upset in the first round of this Pride Middleweight Tournament? The fans are going crazy at the Osaka Dome.
No, he doesn't.
They're chanting Yoshida, and it's over. What an incredible main event between Wanderlei Silva and Hidehiko Yoshida. Yoshida thinks he's won the fight. The judges will soon either confirm or deny that.
You know what? I think that Wanderlei took the fight because the last round, it was a pretty good round, but then Yoshida finished strong again.
Very strongly.
I am very happy that I am not a judge.
Yeah, and we've learned our lesson, but let's inform the crowd once again and the fans at home. Effort to finish the fight by knockout or submission, damage to your opponent, standing combinations and ground control, takedown and defense, and aggressiveness. That's 2 very close matchups that our champion Wanderlei Silva has been involved in. Regardless of the outcome, boss, as you go through the replay, a moral victory for Yoshida tonight.
That low kick, if he would have stepped in a little bit more, he would have hit it with the shin bone, and that would have hurt way more. Look at this. And then again, the gi. You see? Can't slip out.
The toughest job in the world right now, being a judge of this main event. As boss, the fighters have gathered in the center of the ring. Senior official Yuji Samada, as you see this attempt at a finish by Yoshida, but like you said, Wanderlei Silva motioning to his corner that he was in no trouble whatsoever. Everyone at the Osaka Dome is on pins and needles. Who has won this main event? We are about to find out. Wow! Yoshida's look of elation. We are going to another split decision involving our champion, boss.
Whoa!
Wanderlei Silva
split decision.
Has survived one of the toughest tests of his career by the hair of his chinny chin, Mr. Rutan.
Wow. You know what? My respect for Yoshida is, whoa, out of control. What a fighter's heart he showed.
An unbelievable finish. It'll be Mauricio Shogun, Kazushi Sakuraba, Rogerio Nogueira, Alistair Overeem, Igor Vovchanchyn, Ricardo Arona, Kazuhiro Nakamura, and Wanderlei Silva. Those are your Elite 8 who will advance to Critical Countdown 2005, which will be on pay-per-view Friday, July 1st. It started off slow, Boss Rutan, but what an incredible finish to Total Elimination 2005.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like you said, you know, great fights. Kazushi Sakuraba, great. The fight between Quinton Jackson and Mauricio Shogun, great. And then this finish, beautiful night.
All right, the next time we'll be on pay-per-view. It'll be Friday, June 3rd, Bushido 7. Join us then for El Guapo Boss Rutan. I'm Mauro Ranallo. Thank you for watching Total Elimination 2005 from the Osaka Dome in Japan.